also a little different.
DY, we chase down Fly, and it's going to be another death. It looks like the Avalon, he doesn't really have any help. I guess you could argue he's trying to make space.
Oh, they use tanks already?
He actually gets out.
Blunder by Kaka there, but
He fine.
the balls on this player is insane.
Indeed.
Like, I don't know how this guy's walking, man. Like, dragging his balls on the floor like that.
Someone get this guy an underwear sponsorship.
Yeah. This is actually ridiculous. He now finished up a full Daedalus. Because why not?
The side blades. Get close. Emo is just way too far out. They jump in again. Maybe necessary for Mr. Emo. They'll march right through the mid.
Smoked up as two.
You've got to do something. They'll try. Ori gonna have to step in onto JT, who'll pop his BKB and turn right back around with the Yule Scepter and Arena into the spear. Perfectly timed, but they're just gonna blink out.
Nice disengage. Aegis reclaimed at 40. Can they finally go all in on that TA? And the problem is he's not the only problem anymore. Weaver's now second in net worth. Although his item build is very wonky. Glepnir or Lincoln Sphere Weaver.
Look at these sideways.
I've never seen this before. Yeah, the Daedalus crit on that Necro creep.
Just kind of ridiculous. Even DY was about to die.
Yeah. No mercy for Emo. Third game. Game 2?
Oh, and there
he was like, alright, you want to get a win? Go ahead. Be my guest. Game 3, turning it up to 120%.
See it. Swift blink now up on Emo. That's when you know things have gotten a little bit too far. The Swift blink's up at 32 minutes into the game.
There's still no BKB. He could have invested into a BKB, I'm just saying.
He's 12-0 Black. I don't know if he thinks he needs a BKB anymore. He's 12-0 and 7.
Yeah. I just want to put out there, Swift blink, the Eagle Song Plus recipe is more expensive than a BKB. I just want to put it out there. Now he has BKB queued up once more.
He's just He's just debating you, Black. Just ignore it. He's not
I
actually
wonder
going to
if he knows that, my reaction. Let me see.
Dire's bottom tower
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna debate this caster guy.
These idiot casters think I need a BKB on TA. How dare they insult me like that?
Potentially, there is a Heaven's Halberd coming out. If you don't have a BKB and you can't hit, just saying.
Sure.
They're all going Heaven's Halberd. Oh, dude, that would be so funny. If they actually get all the Heaven's Halberds up. They're going for 3.
3 Heaven's Halberds and Ethereal Blade on somebody as well. It's,
that would be so funny if it actually ends up in a team fight where TA just doesn't hit for 12 seconds.
like an...
Weaver going super ham with item builds. IG's like, yeah, whatever, guys. We got our own thing.
Yeah, why not? It doesn't really matter. When you're this far ahead, just take whatever you need and just use it. IG through the mid lane. JT setting up with the arena and the Yule setup. He's got the Beastmaster. Old 11 gonna have that stuff purged off. They get straight back in onto the bars. JT. He's gone too far. IG.
And he bites back.
Back him up. Interesting buyback from JT.
I think they just want to force it down now that Monkey King is on cooldown. Raw also on cooldown. It's a prime opportunity to go. However, if things go wrong and they lose this Mars again, potentially even the TA, this is like a comeback avenue for VG.
Through the triangle, old 11. Have to find himself a target, but he doesn't even have the roar up. So he's just gonna get some D wards out. Emo. Does he buy the BKB Black? Yes, he does. There you go. Wow.
35 at 29,000 net worth, he finally buys the BKB, and Weaver also has his queued up. They're suddenly like, hey guys, BKB is a good item. Maybe we should buy it. They're like, oh yeah, let's do it, let's do it.
It's pretty next level though. Like 10-second charges almost 40 minutes into the game is going to be really hard to deal with for VG Gaming.
He has to be careful, he pops it before getting Heaven's Halberd alone.
Be careful, those side blades. If they start bouncing, it gets very scary for VG, but they Moonlight Shadow up. Emo gets rid of the units, now they jump in. With the Dissimulate, trying to burst out Fly. He's still surviving for now. Roar out on the Phoenix, trying to refuse the egg from popping. But they get the arena down, and now the egg right onto the high ground. Perfect positioning. And they get the Monkey.
No buyback.
No buyback indeed. Now PYW also caught the Piranha. He'll die. They've left DY to the end. Poor DY.
1300 crit. And another lack of BKB here. If Monkey King had BKB, potentially they could have fought this fight, you know, but he also didn't go for it. I don't know if suddenly BKB is just not an item you buy anymore, but what do I know, man? What do I know? 10k MMR for what?
Nothing. Dump in.
Nothing, exactly.
Eighth of Remnant. They catch out Emo for a little bit, but be anywhere
they
near
can't
enough.
fight without Monkey King. Monkey King is the only damage at this point, and he's dead for 40. He has no buyback. We'll see if they choose the conservative route, you know, get the tower, get the Rex, and then back, or pressure the GeForce. Arrow on the Weaver.
They got Firefly, but again, is he really the problem? They get the Hex out on Ori. That's the one they want into the arena, and he's gone without buyback. That has to be it.
GG, there we go.
Easy for Emo TA, it seems. That's one hero we're going to have to look out for throughout this tournament, Black. Very, very strong performance here from IG, and one would argue Emo just put them on his back.
I want to see Emo's sneakers for this game. Oof.
presence.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Mine.
Immortality.
Precious bounty.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is having a bad. It's not every day you get to see Radiant's middle tower, though. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower. Radiant's middle barracks.
Where did you come from?
Dire's middle barracks fallen? Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Pretty soon this place will be swarming with minions.
Yes! Again! Where's the party?
Murder spree.
Sinks.
Dominating. Double kill.
Let's make this
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall? Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is
Great
under
teamwork,
attack.
you vicious thugs.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's ancient happens to be under attack. Dire's ancient is under attack. Do Radiant want their middle tower? Victory! 5 seconds. What's Radiant's ban plan anyway?
Invoker.
Just who will Dire ban? It's Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Dire's turn to ban. It's Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Dire's turn to ban. Dire should pick now. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to pick.
The sack.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Dire's turn to pick.
Alchemist.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. What's Radiant's pick?
Timber saw.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. What's Radiant's ban plan anyway?
A world devourer.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Just who will dire ban?
If Thunder Predator are afraid of that, that should be first phase banned by them. So that'll be another concern for them. Last one, I think there was some puppy Enchantress. This is a really wide hero pool that you need to be scared of.
And that's a hero we're still yet to see from really any region.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I've seen maybe one game in total, but during the DPC leagues, it was one of the most popular 5 positions because it was just so strong in lane. So.
Yeah, and the same thing goes for like if you're talking about puppy heroes, his trio in the old days, 2012, there was a poster, a Dota 2 poster with all the heroes in it. 3 heroes were like sitting in a corner, and if you would ask Puppy to sign your poster, he would always sign his name big enough so that it would cover those 3 heroes specifically.
Okay. Which one?
Enchantress was one of them, Gods.
Chen one of them?
Yes, Chen was the other. Who was the third?
Enigma?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Yes, well, good memory, good memory. So, those 3 heroes, we saw all 3 of them quite a bit in the DPC League on Puppy. So I'm curious to see what he will play, because we have seen a shift in supports. I keep mentioning it, but there is a little bit more action in the supports now required. So also curious to see if Yapster can follow suit with that, and if he can still manage to hit creeps with while doing that. And the players look to be about ready to join the game, and hopefully the draft will be on our screen. Oh wow, timing! We're on our screens. The IO indeed banned, the puck banned by Team Secret themselves. Yeah, Thunder Predator also has, of course, Leo style that plays that very well.
It's a very interesting dynamic, the draft, because Secret have so much footage on Thunder Predator, whereas Thunder Predator have none on Secret, at least none recent or relevant. And that's why they feel like they have to ban the IO. They showed in their last series they don't play IO. I think they had a game against Vici where IO was not picked or banned just because neither team plays it. So there's like, they don't play it, we don't play it, great, we can save a ban. But they don't know if Secret plays it. Has Secret been scrimming carry IO? They don't know. So they're just
No one
gonna
knows actually right now.
So until there's more data on Secret, you kind of just have to respect ban some of these meta heroes.
That's part of the reason why I wasn't sure playing against Secret for Thunder Predator kind of sucks, but any team that they were going to play against, they would have had minimal intel on.
True.
But I think this is also the best chance the teams have to surprise Secret. It's like, this is Secret trying out something that they haven't tried on the big stage, so you can't 100% guarantee that it'll work. And Thunder Predator having a great opening here because the Death Prophet has been one of the key heroes throughout the entire tournament so far.
Yeah, look to some of those Tusk, Earth, and Elder Titan type heroes to be kind of popular for the 4 and 5 position now. Maybe Thunder Predator want to keep it open with Death Prophet since this hero can go.
They'll flex a 2, 3, 5. They'll take it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could mention that Death Prophet has a 100% win rate on Thunder Predator, but let's be real, they won so many games that most heroes will be 100% or close to it.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure last time I asked you, I was just like, just tell me the teams that the heroes that they lost on.
Yeah.
And that's more useful to me.
I really like, okay, Shaker gets picked up. I was going to say, these heroes that can get out of the ice shards have been very popular when Tusk has been picked up. That's where a lot of teams have gone for, like this 4-position Mirana, the Quops mid, just making it so that you kind of just take away one of Tusk's most important spells in the mid game.
For a brief period of time, you were able to walk through ice shards if you had the Ags shard on Shaker, but they have patched that out since.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Pretty surprised to see Shaker in the first 2 still, though.
I'm very surprised. Especially, I'm sure that Clockwork is Puppy's more than willing to play a Clockwork 5.
Yeah, and the only... I mean, the only Shaker that Moose has played so far is when they second picked Shaker, it was Shadow Fiend Shaker versus a Tekken opener with Techies. So we all thought, you know, that was just Thunder Predator asking like, hey, Moose, what you want to play? And he's like, I want to play Shaker. But then in Peruvian.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wait, no, actually, we have a... If we get an interview with Thunder Predator, it will be with Moose.
Yeah.
Maybe he's practicing his English.
I mean, I don't think he will do that to his teammates.
You got to practice it somewhere.
I bet he gets plenty of it in his pubs. Didn't he also play on a North American team for a while? So I think he'll be fine. If we are going to talk to him, though, he's got to win first. So we'll see if his Shaker will be able to do that. Mars picked up by Team Secret now. We know that Zai plays it. We can only imagine, like we've seen it in this tournament so far. We've seen it once in position 5, but also mid.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a flex here.
Yeah, I think for Secret, you're playing your opening game of the tournament. I don't think you want to go too crazy with any kind of like putting Mars on a mid kind of role. You kind of want to stick to, you know, Nisha playing a more, I would say, farming, high impact kind of mid laner that he's more used to.
Can't play Invoker. That seems like a very targeted ban because Invoker is not ban worthy right now otherwise.
I mean, I think Thunder Predator is looking at what are some of these kind of high damage nuke heroes to kind of pair with the Mars arena. Right now, you've got this Team 5 of Mars, but there's not really much damage to dish out to go with it.
Yeah, also irritating for Shaker to deal with if it's like a Cold Snap Urn type Invoker. Because like if you pick a Shaker this early on, I feel like you need to put some effort into protecting it. Which is why I'm not a fan of first phase Shaker, but if they have comfort on it, then try to enable it.
I think for Secret, they're kind of locked to the Tusk as a 5 now. Like, playing in that safe lane would be my guess. I mean, you can do the Tusk with the Mars, but I feel like we're more likely going to see one of those, like, ranged Yapsa or, like, Lion-type heroes pairing up with the Mars. Rubik sounds... Oh, Rubik against Shaker sounds
or
great.
It will be a mid-Mars by Nisha, and Zai will play Tusk. We know that he also...
It's a very real possibility.
There is that possibility as well.
That's why, like, normally against other teams, I'd be with you, Parker. I'm like, I don't think there's much flex potential. But with Secret, literally any role can be flexed at any given moment.
Although whether that is good, that's the question, because that was one of the strengths of Team Liquid.
Yeah, but
they're in the lower bracket.
Yeah, but Secret beat everybody in Europe, so...
It's true.
Like I said, until proven otherwise, I have no reason to doubt Secret.
I'll respect that.
I guess the AA ban to protect Death Prophet. They could go Oracle on Thunder Predator.
They do like just Oracle in general. It's one of their most picked supports. Not even like to get like any kind of cheese. I mean, Oracle with the Death Prophet always sounds good. They do a lot of Oracle Troll, which is banned out, but there's other carries they could pair it with.
It is MJZ's most played hero this tournament, the Oracle.
Okay.
But then again, he also has played the Death Prophet, so they will have to reveal what role the Death Prophet will be if they do pick up the Oracle.
Yeah, they might consider just picking a mid laner fairly early on if they want to, because they don't have last pick, so they're theoretically getting counterpicked anyways.
Yeah.
That was the EG approach to the draft. They're like, we're just going to third pick this Storm Spirit and not care about the matchup because it's just going to be a good Storm game. It gives our mid laner this playmaking hero that can make rotations around the map to create space for our carry, and I think that's a similar approach that Thunder Predator generally take with Leo Style and MNZ.
Man, I hope they're not getting too much in their own head. Freaking burning this much time on a second phase ban. Just chill. Just chill. You're already in the upper bracket. Life's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on them to perform. A lot of eyeballs.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
And this is the test. It's not just the Dota that they're about to play, but also how they're indeed going to deal with the pressure.
Yeah.
And this is good practice because TI, there's going to be only that type of pressure every single game, every single pick that you do, every single movement that you make.
True.
Gotta be ready. And they have the upside of not playing in front of a crowd. I think that actually helps them a bit at the moment.
Yeah.
there's a stage, you know, you get a little bit of dry run.
But for a Southeast Asian crowd, though, I think a Singapore crowd would have gone nuts for any team that shows up. If it was a European tournament, I'd be with you. There'd be pin drop silence if Thunder Predator was doing well. With Southeast Asia, they will cheer for literally anything.
You got a good point.
You place a ward and the crowd goes nuts.
Especially with some epic. We got a Jugger band out and a Phoenix band out, so still expecting another support to be picked up from Thunder Predator, or at least by Secret. And they do go and end up going for the Enchantress.
Okay. We get to see at least one of our first Enchantresses here on the main stream.
I think so, yeah.
So what is why is Enchantress so good?
It is a lane bully. I think this is the best 5 position when it comes to just securing your carry's lane. It forces your opponents generally to have to block all the neutral camps, because if you enchant one of the big creeps, you're going to be able to just do ridiculous amounts of damage and zone your opponents. And even if they are blocking it, the impetus is great for zoning people out anyways. So.
Yeah, and Secret is a renowned vision team as well, and Enchantress just being able to casually steal lane creep, send it into enemy territory, get some information is something that they are known to abuse.
It's a very tanky fight too, and Puppy always likes to play these 5 positions that can just get a couple like fluffy hats or in the past bracers, and just kind of run in and scout with his body almost half the time. And with Untouchable, often you can be out of position, but you don't actually die. You're not really out of position. You're just getting your team a lot of info by being able to frontline as a support.
There's a great deal of magic damage on the side of Thunder Predator right now, though.
Yes.
So what maybe usually Enchantress is very suspiciously tanky, but against this team.
I'm pretty surprised by the Keeper of the Light coming out. We have seen 7 series out of Thunder Predator, and it was like win matches. They tried really hard. We felt like they were all in every single series that they played, but we have not yet seen them play Keeper of the Light.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going for some kind of chakra combination here.
The Ember is the one that we see the most.
Ember's the one that I was thinking, exactly.
I don't know if they necessarily have to lane together, because I don't think they really want MNZ playing an Ember, but it could just be a mid-game combo where you run an Ember mid. But this Monkey King pick is great, because I think Secret probably sees Colin like, okay, what are the problematic heroes? Bristleback as well as Ember Spirit, I think, are the 2 best, and Monkey King, good matchup versus both. It's never a bad Monkey King game. It's also a flex pick. Matu can play it, Nisha can play it mid, so now you get full value out of having the last pick of the draft, because you can pick either a mid or a carry for the game.
They still end up going for the Bristle.
As you suspected, yeah. I do think that between the Bristle and the Ember, Bristle would have more success against a Monkey King. But it has already been kind of mitigated.
And the Bristle's a hero that you can kind of, I think, lanes better with Coddle. The Ember generally wants the solo XP, so you can do Coddle Bristle, and it's probably not going to even maybe be against Monkey King. It's probably going to be against the Mars lane.
How are the invading options from Team Secret? Because correct me if I'm wrong, Enchantress Tusk are going to be pretty good at that.
Yeah, especially with a Coddle Bristle, you're going to be stacking up camps like crazy. So you really want to make sure Secret stays out of your base. It's just that I don't really feel like Mars will be too...
Five seconds.
I think it's going to, depend a bit on what the mid matchup might be. They're going to see what Thunder Predator gets, whether... I mean, Death Prophet could be mid. Right now, it's looking maybe more like an off-lane Death Prophet. It does feel like Thunder Predator needs something with, some catch, some playmaking potential. One of, the Spirit heroes always come to mind, the Ember, the Void Spirit. But those are heroes that don't lane well against the Monkey, and that's where Secret is going to happily send Monkey King mid into those melee matchups.
Could go Razor for Thunder Predator.
It's Radiant's turn to pick.
Venomancer.
No.
Venomancer.
No.
Is this Team Liquid playing here with the Coddle, the Bristle, the Venom?
Vici also last picked a Venomancer, and they keep picking it against Monkey King. And like day one, I was on board. It was against Monkey King and Wraith King. Against Monkey King, it's great because he can't really jump into trees very easily because he's constantly under DOTs. But if you don't do well in like the first 7 minutes, then Veno has no way of getting back into the game. It against Monkey King. Like day one, I was like, yes, choosing against Monkey King, and a lot of anime viewers are tuning in. New player experience.
Welcome. You're gonna get some top Dota coming your way, and we wait for the last pick of favorite of the tournament, Team Secret's.
Correct.
I think Secret we throw a bit off, but at the same time, I feel like
a lot of anime viewers, they're tuning in. New player experience.
Welcome.
It's a bit less aggressive as far as the lanes go. It is very aggressive in the mid game. Like, they don't have that big carry to fall back on. They're very reliant on this mid game timing and push. This kind of death ball with an unkillable Bristleback on the front lines and Exorcism sitting behind the Bristle to take Roshan to take towers. It's a bit less
As
aggressive
far
as
as
the
the
lanes go. It's very aggressive in the mid game.
You know what used to be this like death ball, like these green laps with all these heroes you don't want to fight into.
Lots of heals, lots of sustain. If you unkillable like Veno with some mech hype, maybe even behind the Bristle to take. Very hard to fight into, but at the same time, it doesn't get all well. So if Secret can kind of weather the storm or just win the lanes, I think this game can go well for them.
If they can get a good like anti-push core, that would be good. I don't think they need to worry about break. Maybe Bloodseeker wouldn't be bad.
Pain. So it will be a Matu Monkey King, Nisha Queen of Pain, most likely.
Yep.
Never truly know how the heroes are picked.
Yeah. It will be Leo style on Death Prophet mid.
Yeah, looks like no surprises in terms of who is playing what on either side. It's a very different draft, guys, from what we were expecting to see coming out from Thunder Predator. Is that something that excites you or worries you at this point?
I'm curious. I'm not worried just yet. I think they took basically this game into their own hands. They're saying we have this strat that we believe in. It's not something they haven't shown. If anything, I think for fans that's maybe a good sign. They save something here for the playoffs to take on Team Secret, or they plan something overnight like this mid-game push strat, Bristleback plus Death Prophet plus Veno cores. This is how we can beat Secret by doing something they won't expect at all. So perhaps a good sign.
Is it good enough for you to go their way?
Not for game one. Not for game one. I think I really like what Secret did, especially the last pick Quap. It's a hero that doesn't care about Veno, the slows. It can pick off the backline supports. It can basically delay that push really well. So for me, Team Secret has game one.
I will go before Tsunami. I think it's the first game of the tournament. Secret. I've listed Secret as the winner of it. I can't go against them just because the rest of their region fell down flat. How about you, Tsunami?
I'm that one dude at TI8 who predicted the underdog to go all the way to the top.
Did you?
No. Oh. But for this game, I will. Give me Thunder Predator for game number 1.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So for them to do well, we already mentioned it a little bit, but laning stage, if they are at least getting the stacks going and not getting behind, they're good.
Yeah, my biggest question mark is the Venomancer. If Venomancer doesn't get completely obliterated, then I think they're in good shape.
Okay, let's see what, or rather let's hear what ODPixel and Lacoste are thinking about that. What about you, Lacoste? Do you like the Bristle Collar coming out from Thunder Predator?
Yeah, no, it's a nasty combo, and they have a Venomancer. Like, these heroes are really disgusting to play into. I think they could potentially, you know, have the momentum. They have a bit more early-oriented draft, a lot of pressure on Team Secret to try to survive through that.
And Owen, I know that you're one of the few people that did not even have top 3, I believe?
No, I had them as second.
Okay,
I had them as second. Yes. But I think in this one, I've got to say that I'm on sort of the side of Thunder Predator with this. I think their momentum coming in.
You had them in second because Thunder Predator was first, right, Owen?
Sure. Well, I certainly would put them there now after what we're seeing in the group stages and their run so far. And I think that run so far. Of course, they would have been watching all of the Thunder Predator games, trying to learn from them, and Thunder Predator's just coming out showing us that they've got something else that Secret might not be quite ready for.
Well, let's see if that is going to work out for them and head over for the first game of this Best of 3 series. ODPixel and Lacoste, it's all you.
Thank you very much, Shiv. Yes, game 1 between Thunder Predator and Secret. I mean, we've seen Thunder Predator already deal with pretty much all of the other teams that they've had to go against so far. And of course, the EU teams, they were easy. They 2-0'd Liquid, they 2-0'd Alliance. Now they're going to get the chance to show what they can pull out against
this is the real
top
test, you know. How good of a Team Secret is maybe we European citizens, European fans were all delusional through the last year. You know, just playing inside the region. We're like, yeah, this is the strongest region, but let's see what happens here. You know, this is also the true test for Team Secret.
I think it really is. I'll be honest, for Secret, I'm sure they were very pleased with this matchup. You know, watching the Dota that was coming out so far, no doubt at all that
it's on now.
if Secret wanted to be tested, you're choosing Thunder Predator. And the RNG pays out, they get to place them here.
They look super strong. You know, this is the team that has been a bit innovative with their picks, but they also have some like standard stuff that they like to play. I don't believe they played Keeper of the Light at all, so they need to be careful about that. This is the hero that could easily pop off in the laning stage. Like this lineup, if they get a good start, they have a ton of tower damage coming up from the Venomancer, coming up from the Dead Prophet. Like, Bristleback, one of the better heroes in the game to snowball. Also, the Roche potential is there. Team Secret, they need to be careful.
Yeah. See how they handle the lane setups. I mean, and overall, over the game.
Top lane. That's gonna be the first blood. One more hit. YapzOr will get it. He did not want to, you know, take it away from a Tumba man. Usually YapzOr is the one KSing, especially when he's playing that Rubik, but this time around he did not want to, but was forced to get that first blood. On the bottom lane, Zai, like, it's going to be a tough one for him. If they decide to keep this tri-lane, they wanted to dodge the Venomancer with the Monkey King, which is really nice. You want your carry to have a good spot. You asked me about the preferred draft. I'm still leaning a bit more towards the Team Secret drafts, because they don't have enough, like for Queen of Pain, a Monkey, if they keep it this way, should have a decent time. Bottom lane.
Zai. He's going to try and push them back, but he's trusts in with the Bishop. Under Predator. Get themselves a kill down on the bottom half. Get some pressure on Tower as well with the creep wave coming in.
That Tower, you know, is this 2011, 2012? Just go in 2 waves into the Tower. Frank pulling the creep wave back. Like, this is some serious damage. This is 700 damage 2 minutes in.
It's insane. I mean, and, you know, Zai, I'm sure he's not sort of used to that early aggression coming in on him.
JZ top will drop once again. Maybe even Bristleback. Nah, team. They needed to block this big camp, because Puppey will be able to take the big creep either with the Sentry Ward or try to body block it. Once Tusk gets to level 2, it becomes so much harder. Like, he can choose, do I need a snowball, do I need the shard? It's probably going to be the shard, and with the tag team, like, they're just destroying this top lane.
This top lane is getting messy for Thunder Predator. Secret, this tri-lane just rolling over them.
Team Secret is like, guys, you know, we've been sacrificing Zai for such a long time. Do you think we care one more game? Because he will get the farm eventually. Like, lane is pushing in. He's trying to get the pull on the bottom at the top lane again. And
that's another one. Boundless strikes down. MJZ is gone.
I'm surprised it didn't actually pull off the Shaker to the top a bit earlier, considering that they want to keep this trial and just leave Venomancer against the Mars. Because Mars, you know, he can't really threaten a kill on the Venomancer. Venomancer will still get the farms. I would get more, but this top lane, it's just a disaster right now.
MNC get caught out by the shards, having to take the long way around. There's just so much damage, and MNC, he is completely out of regen.
I think they could have gotten that kill. YapzOr had a couple of magic stick charges, had attack team ready, 2 heroes attacking. If they went into the tower, like, pretty sure MNZ would die. They can go in again.
He's just been kept so incredibly low. YapzOr, he's got the shards ready. Out they go. They won't look to die. Bottom lane, Zai will go down again. Frank and Moose get the job done. Second time down here.
Mid lane, pretty even. 13 CS. You always have that blink to get rid of the Spirit Siphon. YapzOr will check the runes. Has a Fluffy Hat. Going into Falcon Blade, I've seen like different builds on Tusk, but having like Orb of Corrosion, Falcon Blade feels really good. Regeneration, he tried to actually cancel it, but Leo Style needs to be careful. Queen of Pain could potentially go back, has that bottle as well.
We'll see moves sitting by Leo Style's side, just in case Nisha does try and get in aggressive. Actually, the top lane has started to break up a bit now. Minos doesn't
It's a bit too
really want to go back
for Earthshaker to move to the top lane right now, because Zai, he died twice, he pulled the lane, he's sitting at 7 CS, nothing too serious, but he will get the levels. That's what matters, and it's important that the top lane is doing well. Tusk needs one more level. I've seen Tusk, you know, getting 1-1-1 build, which I really like. It's a lot of mana, but with the Bristleback, with a tri-lane, you're gonna get the stakes and possibly have the mana for it. Nisha, he's fine.
Leo still has to be a little cautious there with the bottle charges coming in. Nisha might see a chance to jump back in on it. Top lane. Moose, the Fisher block off onto YapzOr. Just the two of them here. They can't really fight. They've got to be a bit careful. Moose, he wanted to go down for the bounty room, but of course his own Fisher stopped him from being able to get down. Been trapped in the shards. As YapzOr Matu turns towards him, the Jingu's build up as Boundless Strike comes crashing down onto Moose. Moose, he's still running though, Matu.
But he'll still get it.
He should do.
Yeah,
there it is.
Fine. And they get the kill. Puppy. Did Puppy just solo kill Bristleback? I believe he did.
Wasn't Nisha there as well, surely? Maybe not, actually. Did he?
No, Nisha's level 5.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I mean, Minos, he must have been farming on low HP. He was sort of relying on the Ring of Regen, I believe, to help him whilst he was just sitting in the jungle. And yeah, Puppy's just able to walk in and kill him.
And because they were trying, you know, Bristleback Coddle, it's a strong combination. You get the Bristle off to a good start, which he didn't really get. And then Keeper of the Light keeps stacking the jungle, one of the better heroes to stack with. There are no stacks right now for Bristleback, so he's not going to be able to snowball Matu. He's jumping in.
See bottom lane, Minos heads down to get the kill onto Zai. Top, it's another kill for Matu. It's 4-0-2 so far on the Monkey King. Pretty explosive start for him. YapzOr, the Dukes here, will dodge the Crypt Swarm.
He has the stick. He can also snowball to the mid lane if needed, but the Ghosts will actually get him. Queen of Pain picking up the Invis rune. They also need to be careful about diving the tower, possibly to the bottom lane. Like once Nisha gets that level 6, still saving a point, but there's always going to be that threat of Queen of Pain TP rotating to the one lane. They already have 3 heroes there. Puppy also back to the bottom lane.
More TP's coming in from Secret down bottom, as they are going to be ready to try and fight Thunder Predator. Thunder Predator starting to step away, but Thunder Predator, they've got the 4 of them here.
Much appreciated.
Minos, not quite in fighting shape though. Low on the mana. Cole, we have to rectify that shortly. Still, just trying to find some sort of safe space for Minos to catch up in farm.
Problem is they have no stacks. Bristleback only level 4. Top lane is pretty free farm for Matu. Queen of Pain toe to toe with the Dead Prophet. She has a bit more denies actually. 10, not too bad, but in terms of net worth, how are we sitting at? Exact same.
Down bottom, on the hunt for Frank. They've got him in the arena. Now strong side, catch him. Nothing Moose could do to save his friend.
Yeah, this is the classic Zai, you know, you might try to ruin his lane, he will still be able to make a comeback going into Hood, which I really like. A lot of
attend us.
Magical damage coming up from the Venomancer, Shaker, Keeper of the Light, Queen of Pain. You know, she's still not ready to fight. Half HP, no mana whatsoever. Maybe if she gets blessed by some rune. Deep Observer Ward placed by Thunder Predator, so they can see any kind of like rotation coming to help out the bottom lane to see if there's like any stacks in that part of the map. Team Secret, they're not stacking. Like they have 1 stack when YapzOr was trying to go for the 4-minute rune, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, one of those games where already a lot of focus has just been on making sure that Thunder Predator don't get away with the sort of the aggression. I saw earlier they were killing Zai, but now we're seeing Secret, you know, the support of Pian and YapzOr making sure that they're always in position. Stop Thunder Predator getting away with much more right now. As to 8 minutes in, Secret getting quite an early lead here with a 3k jump up.
Matu using ulti on the top lane. Not close. Like Veno he still has a bit of sticks.
See over towards mid. Nisha still yet to skill the Sonic Wave. Bazit level 8.
Yeah, you can't miss your ulti if you don't skill it.
That is true.
That's how I think.
He's got it now. If they can try and set something up as top moves. Trying to get the catch onto YapzOr, but not too fast. And TP's already coming up from Secret. Matu now backed up by both of his supports. Zai getting a lot of space now down bottom. After the first few kills that Thunder Predator were able to get on him, Zai beginning to catch right back up.
Team Secret is just getting too much out of the map. Pretty much everyone from Thunder Predator are jungling or farming only the creeps when the creeps come at their tower. Frank, only level 1 Plague Ward, so that's not too good to defend the towers with. It's pretty much the free gold. Monkey King was thinking about getting the Battle Fury, goes into Hand of Midas. This is your favorite item, Owen. What do you think about it?
I mean, Matu feels that he's having a pretty smooth start. He certainly is in 4-0-2. Arena's going to be dropped down. Not going to get a kill because of that. Zai not quite able to get the catch. That will be able to force them away, grab the 2 bounces. But yeah, now Matu's going to get a solid time with the amount of space and the way that Secret have been able to set up his early game.
Got it.
Bristleback finally has a real item. He has that hood, so that's gonna be a bit more tanky. They have heroes to deal with the Bristleback. They have Monkey King, they have pure damage coming up from Enchantress Impetus, and most importantly, Tag Team. Like, this is the ability that pretty much destroys all the tanky heroes. Like, you think about the Tidehunter, you think about the Timbersaw, you need to be very careful. Smoke rotation to the top lane. Zai does not have the ulti, but him and YAWER are trying to make stuff happen. YAWER only level 4, is bringing a book to himself, which will bring him to level 6.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Thunder Predator.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pretty safe position though right now. Backing up Minos. Space is made for him to take the tower.
Don't answer that. Dire's top tower
Take their place inside Secret's jungle. Secret waiting around the mid tower. Stinger shows themselves here on the defensive from Thunder Predator. Just MJZ and Leo style around right now.
I think Secret is a bit limited on the tower damage, so they can't really just go in and force a fight near the tower. Or Nisha. What? He was just sitting there.
I mean, he knew he couldn't run right.
Yeah, no TP.
There's a haste rune on the quad. No, he just accepted his fate. Just tried to do as much damage as he could. Oh, and I like this. This is the full greed from Matu. This is the dream build.
This is
Midas, Battle Fury. He's
no boots of travel though.
Yeah, that's a bit of a letdown. At the least, I can still expect the Ags after the Battle Fury. I mean, Matu knows. With this sort of start, if he can get away with this build-up, and yeah, there's 12 minutes in, he already is getting away with it. He is going to be insanely far.
Yeah, before the game, he was like, man, I have to watch OD's Dota buff to see what build he goes for, and now he's copying it. Yeah,
it's beautiful. And you don't make any more money with anything else than these 2 items.
Earthshaker not even close to the Blink Dagger. No mana boots, has extra, Faded Voice, that's gonna give him some mana. Definitely needs to find some farm on the map for himself. Team Secret still trying on the mid lane. As I've said, like, they can't really go in and take the towers. They can try to choke them out of the map, invade their triangle, but they don't have enough to just go on the towers. Floppy Cat bought by Enchantress as well, plus a cloak. Like, this is a kind of a standard Poppy build where he wants to be as tanky as possible on his position 5 Enchantress.
That's certainly working so far. Yet to die this game, Puppy. 3-0-5. Thunder Predator just haven't really been able to make too many moves after that rough start at the top lane.
They have some nice ancient stacks on Thunder Predator, so they're trying to clear that. Maybe it would be better like if Bristleback gets those stacks, because they need the items on him. Venomancer is, the one you can sacrifice. He's going for the Spirit Vessel, which is going to be great against the Monkey King. Like, just overtime damage and combined with his abilities feels really good. But they first need to get a kill.
This sort of passiveness continues. This game's going to get very difficult for Thunder Predator. And Matu, he's already so far ahead, 3.5k ahead of anyone else on the side of Thunder Predator.
I think Dire's
they've got to do something, Thunder Predator. Waiting around against this lineup of Secret, it shouldn't end well for them with the items that Matu's got.
Yeah, Matu is like, they can't pressure us. I'm going to go full greed, get the most out of it. He's level 11, about to hit level 12. Compared to like Bristleback, who just got level 10. There's a huge difference. He's staying 2.5k gold ahead of him.
That man's Minos. Yes. Taking a bit of a walk around here. And they're ready and waiting for him. Minos, of course, already massively struggling to keep up with the farmer Matumba man. Now just gone and given his life to him as well. It's Matu. be propelled even further ahead of it.
The problem is Venomancer is the hero that wants to snowball from the lane, like just move around with the team, take the towers. Considering that there's 7k gold down, like they can't afford to do that. You also have kind of a static position 5. He's also the hero that can't make any aggressive moves, so like Earthshaker needs to be that. Echo Slam does not want to pop in the arena.
Here's the jump. Straight away, they give themselves immediately on top of Leo's Dial. He's gone. And by the look of it, Moose is going to attempt for a TP out. And Yapsor's in with a punch to put a stop to his escape. 2 more kills for Secret. The struggles really are there here for Thunder Predator. This is looking to be a very, very tough one.
Coming in, they want to see if there are any stacks, because there is a huge stack right now. MNZ, he needs to be a bit careful. You know,
Secret
he's tanky, but he's not that tanky, especially if there's a Tusk with the tag team around. Fiend of Pain, Orchid.
Straight in onto the back lines. As MJZ gets taken down, Minos. Gonna try and turn. Have the silence. Do they have the damage? They don't.
Only level 1.
Not quite in time. Just go the TP out moves. They'll put a stop to it. Will manage to catch back Nisha. As Nisha is caught out by the Gale, they'll take down the Quap. But finally, Thunder Predator able to get a good kill. And with that, the space for Minos to farm up his Ancient stack.
They can secure Bristback's farm near the Ancients. Moose also needs to get a lane for himself to farm up that Blink Dagger, and then most importantly, he got the kill on the Queen of Pain. Monkey King, Battle Fury done, just needs to use the Courier. It's a Battle Fury Midas phase boot 16 minutes going into
Venom.
Yeah, not just Venom, full Corrosion.
Yeah. And the Ags, yeah. Midas, Battle Fury, Ags. This is the good stuff here from Matsum.
10,000 net worth, 16 minutes in.
On moves. He's trapped in with Yapsor.
I never pull.
Thunder Predator, what's the plan going to be? How are they going to deal with this Monkey King?
Oh, he's going in. Like, they're going Roche, I think. With the double damage, Mars can tank it. They have more, or Enchantress, like he has a point in Untouchable.
And there's no blink on moves, no Echo Slam for 70 seconds. The Secret not feeling that there's going to be any threat coming from Thunder Predator. Do they have any sort of way of jumping in? They don't have any of these sort of mobile heroes to zip in.
Scan connected, Keeper of the Light using the blast. This could be a lot of damage.
They can't go for this. This is going to be way too risky, Thunder Predator. I'm going to try and at least take the kill on Roche. They won't get it. Secret have no trouble picking up the kill, picking up the Aegis on Matsu.
This is pretty big. Like, this is the Team Secret, you know, understanding what their heroes can do. They're also stealing the Roshan from Dead Prophet and Bristleback lineup, which is a pretty big deal. Bristle finishes the Vanguard, going into some more status resistance. Sanj, like, he's never gonna feel comfortable just going in, because they have like so many tools that they can like kite him with. They have maneuverable heroes. There's gonna be the Snowball. Slow is coming out from the Shadow Strike. He goes in, gets speared back.
I mean, what's the move? What's the recovery plan here for Thunder Predator? But when you sort of look at their heroes, what can they try and play towards or itemize towards?
Their late game is very weak compared to Team Secret, so they need to start making some action. I guess what they're waiting for is Blink Dagger on Earthshaker. Echo Slam is up again. He needs to kill 2 creeps, has a Philosopher's Stone, so that's gonna help out as well. They need to be taking the fights. Like, late game just belongs to Team Secret.
Just having to be so careful when they try and move away from their towers, Thunder Predator. Secret with so much kill threat. Even in a game where, for the most part, Matsu's playing away from the squad, it's sort of just a 4 of Secret that are enough to scare Thunder Predator. Moose does have the smoke and the blink. They can get some sort of big jump with this.
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Minos, he looks pretty dead.
And 3 heroes going in on him.
Oh, the shard.
Ooh, doesn't trap him. Minos, he's going to be able to walk away, and that's actually going to allow him to get back to safety. The rest of Thunder Predator are coming down in with the remainder of the smoke. Leo Style Start on the Puppy. Pop the Glimmer. See MJZ bringing in Frank. Balance strike from Matu. Comes down onto Leo Style. Matu, he's trying to get the ult going for the silence shot to Matu. Matu, he's going to go down the once. And the kill off Monkey King one time. Can they do it a second time? Minos Leo Style moves, looking to surround him. The fish around, jump ball for Nisha. The arena's down. Sonic Wave puts them off the side, but Matu's gone. They take him down once again. Thunder Predator. Now turn over towards Nisha. The silence out as well as the crit swap. Leo Style gets the double. Now, over to Zai.
Dual Scepter, they're going to get in as well. And Puppy, another Glimmer Cape.
He can't do anything to save him. Zai also to fall here. Slowly but surely to the Plague Wards. Thunder Predator. They make the move happen, and an excellent fight considering Secret. They were the ones with the Aegis. It didn't matter. Thunder Predator able to take him down twice.
One small mistake, you know, those ice shards blocking off the rest of the team, so they couldn't get close to the Bristleback and gave them enough time to actually connect. Oh man, if that was my pop, you know, that's an Overwatch case for sure.
Here we have it
again. Like if they isolate the Monkey Good, Fisher, and Thunder Predator, they can fight again. They're not going to have Exorcism for 70 seconds, but there is still Echo Slam. It's also level 2, so 20 seconds less cooldown. They can keep fighting. They also have the Spirit Vessel on the Monkey King. Like, Monkey went for a greedy build, you know. It doesn't get more greedier than this, going into Aghanim Scepter, but he will definitely need a BKB to stand his ground.
Absolutely. No, that's
against
sort of
the Venomancer, you just get kited so much.
Yeah. You know, that's what happens when you go Might Battle Fury, turn up to fights like that. It's always going to be a little bit risky for Matu at the moment. His arms may speed up your farm, but they don't do much for you when Thunder Predator's on top of you.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about
trying to hold the tier 1 mid side. Looking to get in position, but a good silence from Leo Style. Stops Zai from being and get the spear back on Minos. Minos still pushing on. The rest of Thunder Predator hiding behind him. Moves, smoked in position. Does have the level 2 Echo, good to go. Matu is going to start the defense here onto Minos. All for from Yapsor. Secret are being careful about this. They know that Thunder Predator wants to fight here. Fisher.
Good Fisher block.
Able to block him off. Moves, jumps in. Yapsor will push his way over with the shard, but it'll still go down. Leo Style having the damage with the Siphon.
That's an experienced Tusk player right there. Knowing that move, but still too much slow. Like Bristleback with the goo. And Venomancer slows are gonna be disgusting. They're gonna need the BKBs. King of Pain working towards one, just needs 600 gold to finish it off. Monkey, you know, he's committing, getting that Aghanim Scepter, and after that, he definitely needs to get a BKB.
These are some big moves from Thunder Predator. Still down the 8K, but the way, as you can see, it's just slowed down the growth of Secret's lead. And in terms of the XP, the real value there, killing such leveled heroes, really, especially like Matumba Man, because that acceleration with how well he has been farming. When they do take him down, you'll see big swings in the XP.
Yeah, he's high level. He's level 18. Most importantly for Thunder Predator, Bristleback manages to actually, you know, get back into the game, only staying 3,000 gold behind this Monkey King, but you can feel him right now dealing the damage. SNY, a bit of a status resistance, amplifying that lifesteal and the HP regen.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's what I'm laying this move from Thunder Predator. Who are they going to be able to find Zai? Just in time. Gonna quite get vision of him. Zai will escape. Nisha staying hidden in the trees. 200 gold off the BKB. Courier spots him out. No, not quite going to pass him over. I'm going to be aware of Nisha's positioning.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
That's BKB done on Nisha. Well, TP back to base. We still haven't seen like big Echo Slam. There was one slam on Queen of Pain to just get her killed to cancel the TP. But after the Blink Dagger, like he couldn't find any openings. Sometimes it's, you know, even better to not use Echo Slam if it's really not needed to have it for the second fight. Also not going for the shard. Aghanim shard before was an S tier shard. Right now it kind of feels meh.
Yeah. The 4-star is going to bear a lot of value here.
Yeah, especially against the Tusk. And Wukong's command, you want to push people out of it.
We're going to have, of course, Force as well being picked up by Frank. So
a lot of value coming out from that item in this game.
But the Predator, they're going to see Secret coming up their half of the map up top, and they want to do something about it. Secret, they have the for them here. Moves. He's actually going to open things up straight away with the Echo Slam. He jumps in onto Matumba Man. They've got the silence. Follow up. Leo Styles in with the Exorcism. The damage isn't going to be quite there. The Zai Spear will push back. Leo Style away from Matumba Man as Zai can keep him alive. They'll turn around with a punch up onto Moose. They bring him down over to the side. Nisha nukes down Frank with the Sonic Wave. Nisha has now been done, so has to put the BKB to jump up to the high ground. Yapsor will catch MJZ with the Ice Shard. Leo Style and Minos, if they got enough damage for Nisha, another blink out. Silence up in a second. Close the gap on this.
We got it. Silence. Perfect timing. That was such nicely done by Leo Style. Like, this hero is extremely fast. He even has the phase boots on the hero. This is what allowed him to actually close the gap. Force Staff by Puppey. Puppey's extremely farmed as a position 5. Like, he always finds the farm, one of the greediest ones. He has a Glimmer Cape and the Force Staff. But overall, like, if Thunder Predator managed to kill the Monkey King,
that was so close.
That would be pretty big.
That was, I mean, without that spear from Zai, Matsu would have been dead for sure. He's in the mid lane. Minos feeling pretty strong. He's just running down the lane at the two of them, soon to be 4. Matsu's waiting up in the trees, but the arena it's actually going to knock down his trees. As Matsu will still manage to live. He's going to be fine. A bit of a missed whiffed combo there. Zai's obviously got to be careful with the arena.
Frogs in the chat. OS Frog, this Bristleback is so tanky right now, especially with the Keeper of the Light, you know, just giving him constant mana. You can see Team Secret kind of hesitating. Do we go in? Matumba Man, Wukong's command multiple times cancel. Like, do I need to use it? Maybe we have enough. Sometimes it's really hard to have a read on heroes like Bristleback, how much you need to kill him. Same goes for the Timbersaw.
I mean, can they kill him at all? I mean, at this stage, you know, is it going to be at the point soon where Matsu has to get a Silver Edge?
Matsu's going to Scotty. Like, Scotty cripples all the healing from the Dead Prophet. Might still need to get a BKB. Like, he's tanky. It also, but the Venomancer could just cripple him. One Gale, they go on him with the Dead Prophet ulti. There is one save, you know, coming up from the Snowball. Maybe they think Puppey, he's itemizing for those saving abilities. We have a Glimmer Cape, we have a Force Staff. Maybe that's going to be enough. 2 Raindrops and Raindrop and the Fairy Fire.
I have to say that this is impressive stuff from Thunder Predator. I mean, with the positioning and the way the Secrets have to sort of pull back, they're not playing like a team that's down 10k net worth. You really don't feel that in the way that Thunder Predator's still able to assert dominance.
Right now, making the moves across the map. They're going inside the pit. They have more than enough. Radiant using a scan. They know something is up. They just don't have enough time to actually react to this. Frank, with the minus armor coming up from Medallion, going up to Solar Crest. Venomancer is the hero that can build pretty much any item in the game, and it always gonna feel good.
Oh, this is huge stuff from Thunder Predator. Now swinging back over to mid, and it really is Secret there having to be so cautious despite having, you know, sort of an Matsuma or so ahead on Matsuma Man. Thunder Predator, both Leo Style and Minos really catching up.
I like what Yaptor is doing. Maybe we can't kill Bristleback, but we can kick him out of the fight. I just hope that's not going to be like we're going to kick people out of the arena, kick people out of Wukong's command type of a thing.
Here, Radiant's top tower.
Gotta watch out for those anti-combos. We've already seen it a little bit between the arena and the trees that Matsu's trying to stand on.
Look at Dire's bottom tower, Jax.
Thunder Predator, they're putting pressure onto both of the tier 2s. They're pushing down top. They're pushing down mid. Secret's just kind of letting them do this. As the top tier 2 gone, Thunder Predator, they're going to try and pressure the high ground. They got the Exorcism out. Secret's going to have to come back and do something about this. Thunder Predator, they're doing the damage.
They have the catapult on top of that. Veno starting to put down some wards. Smoke in the back lines.
Slowly but surely taking this tier 3 tower. Zai's going to jump up with the spear. Won't be able to latch it onto him. Minos, he's not going to get stunned. Stand his ground, keep on pushing on. Of course, he's got that Aegis, and that's not even going to be threatened if they can even take him down at once, but he's so beefy.
That's a tier 3 tower already gone. They're going for the range barracks.
So get the spear up onto Leo's down. See if they can blow him down. Sonic Wave comes in. He's down. They're able to put a stop to the siege here for Thunder Predators. They take out the DP. Can they get more from this side? Trying with the setup, moves, jumps over the Echo Slam, focusing on the man, but Matsu's going to be fine. Matsu forced into the action. Balance strike down onto Moose, over to Frank. Secret, they'll push back Thunder Predator. Matsu, they'll chase over towards MJZ. The Cottle will fall. Minos the only one able to get out of there. They got the tier 3.
That was such a great arena coming out from Mars there. Zai on point. Like, the spear did not connect on the Bristleback, but yeah, Bristle, he needs to be up front. Like, he's super tanky. He still has that Aegis for the next 2.5 minutes. Rest of the team, like, not the best execution there. Like, they got the tower, they dealt some damage on the range barracks, but Earthshaker, like, they needed to save the Death Prophet there. Death Prophet is relatively tanky, but they need to use something to just save her, you know, anything like a Fissure. So if she managed to get the G's off, I think it's a different fight, you know, using the Spirit Siphon, a BKB, possibly Yule Scepter after that, but they managed to bring her down from 100 to 0, which is a pretty big deal, and yeah, big W for Team Secret.
Excellent.
They're able to hold. I mean, it was very close to Leo Star maybe being able to survive because the Exorcism heal was coming back in at the same time that they went on him. Just too much overpowering damage from Secret. Still hold now. Jump right up
they
to
need to go in
17K.
again. They still have Aegis. I feel Thunder Predator should be taking another fight. We can see drawing on a minimap. They want to go from the top. There is no tier 3 tower. Exorcism will be level 3 after this creep wave, so extra 8 ghosts on top of that.
Zai aware that
Matu
heading
is
over.
so farmed. Like, Matu is insanely farmed. This Scotty is gonna cripple the Bristleback, the Death Prophet, like all the healing pretty much. This is one of the best items you can get against the Bristleback, and he still has 3,000 gold in the bank.
Very close to having that next sign. BKB if he wishes. Leo Star. He's got Exorcism ready to go, level 18. Like that stronger siege potential. See how much more they can get done with the remaining minutes of the Aegis. Minos starts to poke in mid.
Zai has Spider Leg, so that's gonna be like an easy way to go in and set things up, possibly with the Spear back. Thunder Predator, they're in. Solar Crest now on the Venomancer, range barracks gone.
Over to the melee racks. See what Secret can do to stop this. Minos trying to stack up the goo. Prepare Secret for the fight. They do try and bring it to him. And he's getting away with just taking this melee rack. They'll jump in with the spear. Get him straight pretty deep with the kickback as well. He's right in the base.
Combo that we're talking about.
See if they can blow him up here as Minos. He's going to go down the watch. He's going to be back for round 2 on the back line. Niche comes in with the Sonic Wave. He's blown up moves.
That's a BD quad.
Minos is going to have to make his way around the Ice Shard. Coming down with the Boundless Strike. Yeah, so
kick into the fountain. Let's go.
Minos
ready.
See if they can quite finish him. They're going to be able to kick Frank straight in. As Minos, he can't get out of this. The arena's trapping him in. With the extra damage from the tag team, they'll bring him down. Meanwhile though, Leo Star was able to focus the objectives. They lose 4, but they do get the melee racks, and they do get Nisha. Nisha out of the game for 70. So objective is taken, and unlikely that Secret's going to be able to do too much whilst Thunder Predator have 4 heroes dead.
They got the barracks. They are on the timer here. Their heroes are going to start falling off. But Queen of Pain, yeah, he goes in, cleans up one hero, goes for the second, and then Dead Prophet just instantly kills her. They still get the barracks, but yeah, Thunder Predator, they need to keep fighting.
Well, you want to see this again?
Exactly.
Just a repeat of this down the mid, which is going to be a little harder next time because they obviously lost the Aegis. So wait 2 minutes if they want to try and go for it again with that. Leo Star will continue to further tank up. The Shiva's Guard done. We did see as well from Matu's decision not wanting to get the BKB the initially.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Ame from the first day. You know, he was like, I'm refusing to buy a BKB. I can, you know, win a game without getting a BKB. I will get an Abyssal Blade instead.
And
I might get it as a 6th item.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Matu is feeling pretty good with the way that he's been able to play so far this game. He's only died the once. 7-1
I know
10.
why. You know, he does not want to get rid of Hand of Midas and, you know, just get that Abyssal Blade up. Wants to upgrade the Basher. Queen of Pain, Shiva's Guard, so that's going to limit the amount of healing on the Bristleback. Extra kiting potential, the slow, minus attack speed. The Absorb going into the Blink Dagger. Like, they have these repositioning abilities. The Spear, the Kick.
There we go.
The Abyssal. But no follow-up. They need Earthshaker.
Look at this wraparound from Secret. Zai, Puppy coming in from the other side of the river. Zai, he's able to to jump over. He's able to close the gap on the Moose. They've got the Glimmer Cape. Can they do anything to keep Moose alive? Those sentries down. They see it. Moose trying to force over the side, but straight into the wall of the arena. Moose goes down. Nisha has to blink away from Minos over in the ribbon, Leo style. Been looked towards by both Matsu and Puppy.
But he's so slow. These monkeys are actually pointers.
Silence comes out as well as the BKB. They're trying to fight Matsu inside the Wukong. See if they're able to do it. The Silence bringing Matsu down. Minos trying to get back in. The Sonic Wave pushes him back. Minos up in the air. Matsu falling very low. They'll spear him back into the range of the Wukong's command. Boundless strike down from the side. They bring down Minos. Frank, he's going for the TP out. He makes it away. But 3 dead on Thunder Predator. A Secret lose nothing.
What a wraparound from Team Secret. They found pretty much the best target. They go on an Earthshaker. He does not have enough money for the buyback. He invested all of his gold, which I think is kind of a mistake. Yeah, you know, Force Staff is good. Going for that Glimmer Cape or Shadowblade, not sure where his career is. No, it is just an amulet. So it's a lot of investment. If he didn't buy that, he would have enough money for the buyback, potentially come back to the fight. And you can see, like, these monkeys from Aghanim Scepter, they're doing so much work. That Prophet was almost not moving at all.
Yeah, this Skadi debuff really messing with some of the potential for Thunder Predator's cause to stay alive. 20 seconds without Leo Style and Minos on this defense.
Also the fact that he has Paladin Sword on the Monkey King, of course. Gaben is watching, you know, pressing the button from his office in Seattle.
A lot of heals. Zai tries to get him pretty deep here, see if he can get the grab onto MJZ. I'll be able to, as Thunder Predator quick with the reaction. They'll take the tier 3, they won't be able to get any racks yet. As now Thunder Predator's up, Secret starting to back off, getting closer. Just under 2 minutes until the Roche. Both teams, of course, going to be eyeing that up for sure. Minos, I want to have his AC done for the next fight if possible. Arcane Rune. He's going to jump in onto Nisha. Nisha actually popping the BKB just to be as safe as he can, knowing there's a chance of Fisher follow-up from the Abyssal.
Yapster's ready with the kick. Actually decided to go for Ether Lance. I like that. You know, it's much easier to use your abilities. Matu hit level 25, went for Wukong's additional ring, so that's going to be pretty big. Great zoning tool. Roche it actually will respawn in a minute.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
Matu sold the Midas, bought a BKB, 6th item.
All right, there we go. Now he's looking pretty safe.
And now you have 37-minute, 10-second BKB. Also, tier 4 items are about to drop. Minotaur Horn for Thunder Predator, Ninja Gear for Monkey. Yeah, he's not gonna keep that Paladin Sword, just too good of an item. I feel like, you know, Paladin Sword just gives a bit too much, like amplifies the regeneration, healing, lifesteal, and the spell lifesteal. Why not just add something else to that? Because there's nothing more to add, I guess.
We've already given so much, yeah. Absolutely, on any of these heroes with inbuilt sort of lifesteal mechanics, it's pretty insane. Smith, Zai, start things off onto Minos. The Wukong's command is down. Is there any way they can get him out of here? He's going to jump over to the side of the Abyssal Blade. Minos trying to run. Minotaur all pump. Sonic Wave will start to push him back a bit. Minos is still alive, but the balance strikes out. Leo Star heading in. Minos getting focused by the Timberman. They'll lose the Bristle. Bristle's out, and now Leo Star's got to be careful. He's trying to retreat, but Matthew's chasing off. Buys a bit of time for himself, but the self-fuels. Leo Star looks to turn. The Glimmer's out. Jumps in with the Echo. It brings Matthew low, but it isn't enough to save Leo Star. Leo Star goes down. Matthew gets the triple ultra kill, and Cotton to fall as well.
Of course, KS in the end steals the Rampage from the Monkey King.
No.
Matu is not happy with that. Like, Bristleback had the cheese in that fight, but the Shiva's Guard, the Skadi effect, like, it felt like he used a full magic wand rather than the cheese there.
Yeah, Yapso might have to self-cast the kick after that Rampage steal. Fortunately not possible.
Yeah, do you like pineapple on your...
They wouldn't do anything that brutal.
They might actually just possibly go for even tier 4 towers. See what's happening. See what happens, you know, because they have a lot of damage. Monkey with the Aghanim Scepter is a bit too much. He can solo Roche, he can solo the barracks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle barracks.
At least going to be the one set mid. Towards bottom they go. They are back up. They're still going to have to wait a good minute for the Exorcism or Echo Sound to be back online. Secret having a big window to take these objectives. Tier 2 that's still up top. Will be a little bit of a saving grace here for Thunder Predator. For now, it won't be megaed.
Refresher will be dropped by Roshan, so they can go in. It's being pinged out. Also,
I mean, look at Thunder Predator.
Things out.
They're charging straight over.
Yeah, they know. Like, we need to take this fight inside the pit. If we lose the fight, we GG out.
Let's see what sort of moves they can make around this. 20 seconds until the Poison Nova. This is 30 seconds to Exorcism, 30 seconds to the Echo Slam. I think Secret's going to be able to take Roche down a little quicker than those elements coming online.
If someone tries to go in and like potentially steal the Roche or anything from it, YAWER can just kick him out.
Matu, he's finishing off Roche, and he'll be able to do so without any interruptions. Over to the side, Minos trying to go for Puppey. Got the dust down onto him, but now with the Hex on Minos has got to be careful. He's caught right in the center of the Wukong's command.
There's the
Got the Monitor trying to get out this Zai off the mark with the
Keeping him
spear.
inside the Wukong.
But it's a lot of damage coming out from Matuma Man and too much for Minos to deal with as the Bristleback falls. No buyback as well for 80 seconds. Jump over from Matuma Man. They've got the vision on Moose. He'll force up to the high ground with Zai. Lays down the arena. Moose actually having to get the blink off.
Get out.
Still going to be found by the Balance Strike, and he will still fall. Matu claiming another life. It's both Moose and Minos will have to watch from the sideline for just under a minute.
Yeah, no buyback on Bristleback. Like this type of lineup from Thunder Predator, they're relying on fighting early on, getting the advantage. Did not happen in this game. Now Team Secret in full control, like their heroes really scaled. Queen of Pain got the level 25. Doesn't have the fear anymore. But yeah, the spell block, I don't think there's anything to block other than the Yule Scepter.
There we go, looking to get onto the Ancient, taking down the tier 4s. Trank tries to step forward. Nisha's going to open up on him. Matu jumps over straight away. So it's going to be able to kick him in deep. As he's separated Leo Star from the rest of his team. Leo Star pop the BKB's got the Siphon scoring, trying to keep himself alive with the burst. The Sonic Wave pushes him over to the side. He's going to pop the Exorcism, but the Hex is there. He's caught the Wukong's command. Leo Star's down. Jump over from Zai. Arena overall towards Frank. Frank's caught. Moves it down. GG, it's caught. A Secret with the first game of themselves here at the Major. They'll turn up. And they'll certainly do it in this first game, getting an insane lead. Predator, despite being as down as far as they were in the network, they certainly gave it their all, fighting from behind.
They did.
For the majority of this game.
I love how they, you know, even though they were 10k gold down, they understand.
Farm in the world. He did, and turned into a complete beast at the end of it all. But a good solid showing from Thunder Predator, playing from behind. You know, this is what they do when they're behind you. So these fights they're still able to take whilst they're like 20k down. Now, if they're able to sort of
curb stomping that was the top lane. Bristleback was just going to be lost at sea, but they managed to get him on the right track. Just a little bit of lack of discipline. I know you were pointing out that Exorcism ended on their first high ground siege, or at least it was like it had like 3 seconds left. And they were still there.
And going for like a range rax.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And part of it, I think, was the debut of the Tusk Walrus kick. There was on the second siege. The first one, they just stayed too long. The second one, they were like, okay, we'll hold Exorcism this time. We'll play a little bit more conservatively. And then Zai came, speared, and YapzOr punted him into the fountain.
But they did go high ground. They were very far behind in the net worth, and I think this game was also, I mean, sure, laning stage didn't go great, but we said after the draft, if the laning stage doesn't go great, it's over, it's done. They lost, and they didn't roll over and die.
Yeah, they didn't. I think even as they're taking racks, like even though like they died, even ignoring that, it still felt like they were in this really hard to win position. Like one rack's advantage isn't a whole lot in Dota these days, but you could see how the draft was meant to work. If they didn't get crushed in the lanes, they would have been taking that racks 10-15 minutes earlier. They wouldn't be an Ags on a Tusk, you know? You don't expect that in your game plan.
Yeah, but also I don't think Matu would have gone Midas Battle
True.
Fury.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that allowed them, gave them a little wiggle room to go high ground, get that racks. But you can kind of see the idea behind what they were trying to do. But if the lanes had gone better, if Bristol had been able to snowball, they would have been able to take multiple lanes of racks, Roches, and maybe just won the game off of that. But it was a very high-risk kind of approach to this draft.
Yeah, on the other side, I mean, we're talking about what Thunder Predator had to struggle with. This was the first showing of Team Secret on the main stage, on the Singapore Major, on the international stage, since they lost to Team Nigma and Kiev LAN, I don't want to say. That was their last LAN, right?
Who's
Mad
LAN?
Moon?
Oh,
Team Secret.
yeah.
Yes.
They lost a 5-game grand final. I believe,
the reverse sweep from Team Nigma. But they are the last major winners. They were able to come out of nowhere to have a half-a-year break and then still dominate the main stage in Leipzig at that time. And this was the first game on the main stage from them. I liked what I saw, but they weren't as dominant as what I was expecting them to be.
I don't think they needed to be. Again, like Matu's build kind of leaned into, this is going great. We're gonna win this anyway. Even the way that they were defending high ground, like I don't think that Secret were panicking. They were like, oh, they're taking high ground. Whatever. They take a Rax. Like my Monkey King has a 10k net worth advantage. We got the Scotty, so even the Bristleback's not really gonna get back into this game very easily. The Death Prophet's gonna get shut down, and so I give sincere credit to Thunder Predator for not falling to pieces when things went poorly, but I don't think it's quite as competitive as Secret made it seem.
That's a very diplomatic way
of
saying Team Secret looked a step ahead. What do you think of their draft overall in hindsight? They obviously did not really expect to be playing up against the Keeper of the Light Bristleback. They were able to make it work out.
Yeah, I think they showed, maybe this is something that regardless of what they're against, they wanted to do tri-laning against MNZ. I think that may have been in their game plan regardless, and partly why they wanted to pick up the Tusk early on. I think MNZ is, him securing his lane is such a big part of Thunder Predator's success, and I think Secret are targeting him as a player and basically understanding that maybe if we give him a bad game, Frank is not used to having the most farm and doing a whole lot with it. He's usually playing that more sacrificial role, so I think Secret are forcing Thunder Predator out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, it worked out. This game, we did see Matulaman pop off, but Tsunami. Was that because of him? Or who do we give the MVP to? Because I believe that there's also two supports that were on his lane securing that farm for him.
Enchantress for Tusk.
Puppy solo killed the Bristle in the jungle.
That is...
Give it to Puppy.
Give it to Puppy.
That's hard for me.
Hard to beat.
Enchantress v Bristle. You never see that matchup go Enchantress's way.
That's a big... Honestly, that is a big kill.
Because
that's when Bristle's like, my lane's gone terribly. I'm level 4, I think, at the time. He goes jungle. He's hoping to, do some self-stacks, just get a bit of catch. And Puppy just finds him, snipes him, slows him down even more.
Also, tons of Glimmer Capes also. There were so many times where Secret were just mere auto attacks away from dying. Especially against all the magic damage. Venom was like, please let my ult kill them, or at least get close to killing them. And they were always just this close.
It's always fun watching Puppy because he's very individually skilled as well. Like there was a cool play where his team lost a fight down the bottom river. He glimmered through, stole one bounty. They're hunting for him. He glimmers past, steals the other bounty, and it's just like, that's such a Puppy play to make.
It's just mind games. He knows where to move and where to go at every stage of the game. A lot of fun to watch that first game, and we're gonna see a second game out of these two teams, perhaps even a third game out of these two teams still. Before we do that though, let me just thank one of our sponsors, Logitech. Now we're gonna give you a little bit more time this time around. That's a QR code. Get your phone out and scan it. I know there were some complaints last time for us not letting the QR code stay up long enough, so you got some time and you want to scan the QR code, because any purchase that you make on the Logitech G Pro Series gaming gear, you get a Dota 2 pin that you can glam up your bowls, your backpack, everything fabric actually. So you should do that. And I hope that you've had enough time this time to scan that QR code. And otherwise, you just have to wait and see. There will be more. And there's also a Twitch panel below the stream. It's just to make it a little bit easier for you. We're going to go to a quick break, but when we're back, it is more Team Secret and Thunder Predator.
That's Athena.
The sounds of victory.
Next game already. I want to see this Dota, but Thunder Predator just played the first game against Team Secret in a best-of-3 upper bracket match. Every second of this, like this is, for us it's like, you know, we talk about the game, there's a commercial break, we're waiting for the draft to start, gods, but for these players, they have so much to talk about because they did not have any information beforehand, and they now got one game to go off of. What are they going to talk about?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, figure out where the problems are. I think their problems are going to start within, though. I think they tried something new. They tried a kind of a pocket strat almost with a Bristle Death Prophet kind of lineup. I hope the talk is let's go back to our playstyle. I think playing those true carries for MNC, having that active playmaking mid laner, to me that's where Thunder Predator shine.
That, and I don't think they've ever been thrown off balance in the laning phase this much before. I don't think that any other team was dictating the pace to be like, oh, you know, what happens if we give you a tri-lane? Then what are you going to do about it? Thunder Predator typically is like, yeah, first 5 minutes is whatever, and then we're just going to run at you afterwards. Yeah. But if you're not even allowed to get a foot in the door in the first 5 minutes, then it's tough to recover.
It was also one of the rare drafts from them. Like, this is the first time that we saw the Coddle Bristle, and that draft doesn't really allow you to run at your opponent at minute 5, because you first do need to get those lanes, so you need to get the stacks and the farm up on your Bristle. So, I hope, just like us, I hope that they go back to where they were successful in the group stages, but maybe they would consider themselves to be too predictable. It's so easy to get into your own head at this stage, and this is the point where I think having a coach would be really good, because they can put you back on track, right, Tsunami?
Yeah, and stylistically, I think that they may be able to change some things in terms of the draft. I think take the Tusk. Don't give it to Secret. Even if Tusk doesn't enable you to invade and early on, if things don't go well, it's still a good all-purpose hero. So don't go all in on like a cute strategy like a Coddle Bristle. You know, leave that to the liquids of the world.
We had the first phase bans in the previous game from Thunder Predator to be Io Pango. You think they should stick with the same ones?
I think they still have to ban Io.
Yeah, Io at least.
You just don't know if Secret's going to pull out some core IO that's going to just run over you.
I also think Secret's the only team that could probably win with support IO right
now. It was Team Secret that banned out Puck and Earth Spirit. Just to
Earth Spirit.
I think Earth Spirit they have to keep banned. Moose is just... Unless they get first pick and they want it themselves. But then again, it's not necessary. Like, YapzOr can play it, and Puppy tried to play it a couple times too, but I don't think it is greedy enough for YapzOr.
Yeah. And thinking back also, what did that Earthshaker first phase, what was the goal? What was it supposed to accomplish there?
That pick in itself felt a little out there. We haven't seen much Shaker. It's a hero that, after getting the nerf in the middle of the DPC League, fell off a lot, stopped getting picked. And just, I think generally the sentiment is that Shaker is not a tier 1 core position anymore.
Yep.
And if they were trying, like, I don't even see the synergy plan with their Coddle Bristle plan with the Shaker. So, yeah, I think Moose needs to be reevaluated if you're looking at the second draft.
That's one of those heroes that Secret Season, like, we can try line against that. It's a Shaker. That's a terrible try line hero. Like, it does nothing. You never want to be trading right clicks as a Shaker. So, I think if you're Thunder Predator, you want to secure your lanes and go back to your game plan. Those are the two keys for me in game number 2.
I think you either ban Tusk or take Tusk.
First pick is going the way of Thunder Predator this time around, so they could secure themselves Tusk like Team Secret did in the previous, because we seem to have a complete swap of sides and of first/second pick. Right?
Team Secret has... Thunder Predator had first pick both games. They first picked Death Prophet, I want to say.
Oh, you are right,
I think
actually.
they may change the
yeah.
Death Prophet to a Tusk first pick. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Secret might be expecting that, because I think that's like a very obvious tweak. They're going to look at, like, both teams will be like, well, the Tusk trial line's a big part why we won. So.
Yeah.
Io Pango still removed.
A lot of respect on the Pango.
Yeah, maybe also a little bit of the old 11 Pango that they remember being good. They've seen the potential in the hands of someone that really knows how to play it, and Zai really knows how to play it, so want to avoid that. And respect on the side of Team Secret on the Death Prophet. They removed that one.
Respect or mind games?
I think the mind game here is they're expecting Thunder Predator, if they'd ban Earth Spirit, to first pick Tusk. So now Secret's like, well, you can take Earth Spirit, then we get Tusk again. Or you take Tusk.
Yeah, that's actually,
And that will probably be what's going to happen.
Yeah, so it's a bit of respect, but I think it's just recognition from Secret that Thunder Predator is going to change their first pick, so they want to guarantee they get something in response.
Yeah.
But I'd also say ET's look pretty good as far as that, like, kind of bruiser
China
support.
has been making a huge name for ET, but surprisingly absent from the other regions.
Yeah. And apparently not as cookie cutter clear first pick Tusk as we thought. Some bonus time being used here.
Yeah, second phase bans, if I'm thinking back, it's not like Thunder Predator were targeting like Nisha. There was the Invoker ban, then like an AA ban, and then I forgot what the third ban was, but they were just kind of all over the place.
You know, out of all the players of Team Secret, we haven't really talked too much about Nisha. What did we think about his Queen of Pain performance in Game 1?
It was, I think, solid. He did his job overall. I don't think he was like a standout player by any means, but there were a few fights where you didn't actually see him because he was just jumping the back lines. He was the reason we never saw any big Shaker echoes. He made it his job to give Shaker a really rough time, and I like that because meanwhile in the main fight, that's where the spear backs from Zai and the Warriors kicks were pushing for a lot of positions, so they split the fight really well.
Yeah, and he basically knew his role, and his role wasn't necessarily to be that flash.
Yeah, he didn't have to carry the game.
Yeah.
The hero I feel like could be big this draft is the Monkey King. I wonder if Thunder Predator's going to... if I'm them, I'm thinking they might need a ban at second phase, or perhaps they're picking Nature's Prophet, knowing it's a hero that can lane well against Monkey King.
Can kill his trees. Always good.
Also good against Enchantress, if Team Secret want to go back to that.
This has generally been Frank playing an off lane, and they really like this duo. The Nature's Prophet with Earthspirit, such an aggressive dual lane to have in the off lane, and that aggression can then be applied elsewhere on the map once they get to a good start. Nature's Prophet can, you know, teleport anywhere. Earthspirit's always roaming on mid, so this is what I was hoping for from Thunder Predator in Game 1. I think this is a much better look.
And they're all smiling, they're all laughing, they're having a grand old time. That's also what I like to see, because man, if they were looking distraught after Game 1, I'm like, it's not going to get easier. It's only going to get harder from here.
Yeah. But this opening already very comfortable for Thunder Predator and very familiar from what we have seen in the group stages. Same opening again for Team Secret, worked in Game 1.
Yep.
Why not do it again?
I think if you're Thunder Predator, this is where you're discussing, okay, they might tri-line us again, because sacking the Mars against the tricky, like, Nature's Prophet Earthspirit lane's a really good approach. Mars, if he ends up in a 1v1 against Nature's Prophet, you can deal with Treants pretty well. So I think Thunder Predator need to secure their lanes. Earthspirit, a good tri-lane hero at least, so if they do end up in a tri-lane versus tri-lane scenario, they have got a pretty solid...
Do you feel like that will limit their pool if they know that they're going to go up against a tri-lane? Does that limit their hero pool? Because Oracle obviously would fit in that still very well as well. And it's kind of comes down to Minos' hero there.
Yeah, it definitely can limit maybe the carries they can pick. We've seen them play terribly. We've seen me pick anti-mage. I don't think you want to be going for those if you're in a potential tri-lane scenario.
Yeah, more like his Troll, maybe his Weaver.
Yeah. I don't imagine Secret give him Troll though.
Probably not, yeah. Ban out the Monkey King.
Well, let's start with banning out the Morph. But I would imagine some cores being targeted here. Would you still target Oracle, or are you fine with it? MJZ is going to play something decent anyway. There's so many 5s to ban.
Yeah, I think I don't think they're going to target 5s. I think the Secret's okay giving away any 5s. If you had to pick one, I would actually pick the Phoenix over the Oracle to ban out.
You can see Thunder Predator if they want to, you know, bring some of the America's flair to the table, running a carry Alchemist. Very good tri-lane hero. Acid Spray level 1 is absolutely bonkers, and I think, you know, historically you don't really consider Alk a tri-lane hero, but you never want to fight under level 1 Acid Spray, and I've seen teams try and pressure an Alk by like going aggro against him, and you just, yeah, the Acid Spray plus right clicks is just too much to deal with.
If they had flex potential, I'd be on board, but I don't think I've seen them run it on Frank. And I don't, like, if they pick Alchemist and it's like guaranteed to be safe lane, then I think that's very, very dangerous against Secret.
I think it's that like 4th, 5th pick. Like maybe you 4th pick into bans. It's kind of where it is, because that's where you have the double pick before Secret get the last pick of the draft. But it is one of those riskier picks, I feel.
Secret do ban out the Phoenix.
Yeah, and then the Predators ban out the Troll themselves.
A lot more, it's much more focused from Thunder Predator in the second phase of bans.
Yeah.
Troll, one of those carries, does lane pretty well against Nature's Prophet, and I think that's kind of where I think Thunder Predator recognize, you know, they're going to need some kind of hero. If it's not Mars, if we put ourselves in a position where they can't aggro and tri-lane us, they need a carry that can lane against Nature's Prophet. Jug, another strong carry overall against Nature's Prophet, so Thunder Predator really trying to give Frank a good game, it seems.
Could go for Matu Bloodseeker.
I was somewhat also curious if they were going to end up banning the Enchantress at all.
Yeah, that's a good point. The Ench still in the pool.
they're one of the few teams that actually did play it themselves on MJZ, so perhaps that's the reason why they leave it in. But yeah, worked out very well for Team Secret previous game. They end up banning the Ursa as the last ban there.
That's a good ban. That's one of the probably most comfort picks for MNZ, I feel like, at this time. One here I'm curious to see if we see a return of. Last time there was a Coronature's Prophet.
Yeah. Liquid.
Sven. I don't know. Maybe it's too early to talk about the Sven, but it actually won the game. It was a bit of a crazy game. It was, I think that was the Mega Creep comeback where Liquid ended up winning. But,
I mean, it's the traditional hero against a Prophet for multiple reasons, I guess. Not all of them good. But it's still a Sven.
Yeah, I'm too early. Sorry. I'm just not in my A game here. I'm bringing up heroes like Sven. Apologies, panelists.
Just say the exact same draft.
I mean, it's a European team. You never know, you know. You gotta bring it up against Nature's Prophet.
I don't know if Secret should be taking ideas from, Alliance and Liquid right now.
I was gonna mention Tide as one of the heroes that MJZ has played, but the only reason I was going to bring it up was because there would be all green. So there was no actual strategical thought process behind it.
Don't doubt your instincts, Cheever.
But what is the strategical thought process here? Because they played as 5.
Yeah, it's if they try-lane again, because they picked the exact same 3 heroes that they tri-lane, or that they started a tri-lane with last time, then Tidehunter, send him into it. He will be much more effective at tanking it than a Coddle would be.
Am I... Did they run one game of Carry Nature's Prophet as well? I think MNZ may have played it once.
But someone else did. It was against them. Ame played Carry Nature's Prophet.
Okay.
By the way, they run Tide both on Frank and MJZ, but I'm kind of expecting Prophet.
They have the Earth Spirit, so...
Yeah.
I mean, the Tide Nature's Prophet dual aim was very common for a while. The Gush with the right clicks just obliterated people, but...
I wonder if Secret is expecting it to be a core Tidehunter. They go straight into a Timber Saw.
I think regardless, it's a good Timber game, though, because against the Nature's Prophet as well. But, of course...
But then now what happens to Mars, though?
Yeah. I mean, you can't really flex onto a support role. Mars mid, perhaps?
Yeah.
Mars mid, Timber mid, Timber carry.
This bad pick is fantastic. You're happy whether it's playing against Mars or Timber. Just make sure you get it matched up against one of those 2 heroes.
Leave me with the same question, though. Who's playing it? Is that Leo Styles hero then?
I think it's going to depend on who Secret gives the Mars and the Timber to. I think you're going to give it higher. You're going to give Batrider as high form priority as you can.
I think Leo Styles playing it maybe regardless of it whether it goes mid. I guess he's always mid, but I just feel like he's that's a hero that suits him. He doesn't want to be on the Nature's Prophet so much. But I mean, it's a possibility.
Ban out Bloodseeker, Thunder Predator again banning out, I guess, potential breaks. Ban out the Slark. What is the reason to pick Slark these days? I just say break because I don't think anyone else builds Silver Edge other than Slark.
It's Matumba, man.
Yeah, but I mean...
4 anchors and a sea captain would like to have a word with you, Tsunami.
Tidehunter, I mean, this is one big anchor wants to have a word.
Slark into Batrider into Tide. It's like it's a good Slark game, and Slarks look okay when it's a good Slark game. I wouldn't say it like the good Slark. The thing is, when it's been a good Slark game, it hasn't been like this instant hero, but it's been decent, especially when other carries are banned, which is very much the case right now.
Yeah.
Taking their time here. Is there another break they should be worried about? Because...
No. I was just saying that because I was like, I don't really see any justification for a Slark game. You don't need a ban Viper or anything here. I think you just continue...
Sure?
I'm not sure, but I think you continue targeting Matu.
Both teams need a carry on paper, unless we're seeing some kind of carry Nature's Prophet here.
It seems like we got the Medusa banned out, so that's actually a niche hero, mostly. But it can obviously be flexed as well.
I really like Thunder Predator picking some carry that can just go back into the jungle, like after level 5. Like, Wraith King, TB. I mean, I still think it's possible to go Alchemist here, but maybe a little risky. But that's kind of the flavor we saw a lot during the DPC League itself, like carry Alchemist. None of these, I mean, into the Timbersaw is probably a little bit rough, and that's where I think the Wraith King and Wraith King makes more sense, as well as the TB.
Yeah, the only reason I would be skeptical about the Wraith King is kind of a little rough into Timbersaw. But if we want to musical lane it up, then Batrider's just going to be following around Timbersaw all day.
The, well, what seemed to be becoming the flavor of the group stage, Terrorblade is still in the pool. I don't know if it's an option here for either team, though.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder Predator could be. Into Timber, Mars Bulwark's a little annoying. Like, we've definitely seen these range carries just look like they're not doing a whole lot of damage against the Mars, but...
Are you happy with the draft so far? Because both of you are looking a little pensive here, and Team Secret doesn't stray too far from the path from what they did previous game. Thunder Predator goes back to what they did during groups.
Yeah, I mean, Secret I'm not really concerned, but this 5th pick for Thunder Predator needs to sell me. Because I have a lot of question marks, mainly around the Nature's Prophet.
And I have question marks about how they're going to secure whatever pick it is. Okay, Lifesteal, we saw this once in the group stage.
Yeah, and they won with it. This was the game where PSG LGD did not pick techies.
So it was a real game, is what you're telling me.
That was it. It looked like an actual Dota game. Yeah. Correct.
I like it here. The concern for me is same as last game. Like, what if Secret just run at them and do this aggro lane with Enchantress Tusk once more?
Yeah.
I feel like so much of Thunder Predator's game relies on MNZ getting good farm and kind of free farming that Team Secret may just prevent that.
Fries.
Is it like a microphone?
Is it like a fan?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it might be a fan.
Oh, it's the... Good question.
But it has like a straw or something.
Sorry, distracted.
I don't know, I'm just saying things now.
At this point, because Team Secret, we feel like they've got the early game down. Are they going to try aggressive tri-lane again? Because if so, Mars and Timber are fine by themselves, right? Then we need someone that can really seal the deal, and that aggressive tri-lane and Baden
not the hero any of us expect.
But then...
Consider the deal sealed.
Yeah, but it's a Matu, that's a Matu Abaddon.
Okay. What?
Yeah. Question marks above all these fate.
And they Secret have set this Timber Soul up for success with the 4th pick. It's a very free Timber game. There is the Batrider, but I still feel like the Timber should have a great time. And I think the reason for the Abbott pick is just it's his carry that isn't afraid of Batrider. You can always get out of the lasso. You can save your teammates from it.
Yeah.
I'm going to also go Secret. It's a very unusual, unexpected last pick, but I think... And very strong lanes. Tuskenge.
Also gotta go with Team Secret until they lose. I still have them pegged as favorite for this tournament.
Fair.
Lacoste and OD Pixel, but Lacoste, OD Pixel, Abaddon for Matuma, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't recall him playing hero. I've seen it in South America. I believe it was K1 playing it. Makes a lot of sense here. You know, it's something differently what can work against the bad and great against the tide. Like, you get Ravage, you pop your ulti, you shield the other guy. Can potentially work. Like, I can see it working well.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. I think it also works quite nicely in the matchup against the Lifestealer. You know, normally it's Lifestealer just wants to be able to pop Rage, kill off the carry, the ult's up. You're just going to be able to live too long, and suddenly when the Rage ends, you're going to be very vulnerable to the rest of Secret turning in and fighting back.
Yeah, it's going to be curious to see how it's going to play out, and if it will work for Team Secret. Will they 2-0, or will Thunder Predator force out that 3rd game of the series? We're going to find out. Gentlemen, Zeno, take it away.
Thank you very much. Definitely some things to be excited for from Thunder Predator, though, as well. We see, obviously, with the opening, they are able to get moves on the Earth Spirit. Did have a bit of a tough game last time on his Shaker. On his Earth Spirit, though, you can imagine we can expect to see very good high-level plays from him as we've constantly used
Yeah, this feels
so
like
far.
his comfort hero. You know, he knows what to do. Shaker was a bit, shaky performance in the end. Couple of missed opportunities. I also want to see if Team Secret wants to run an aggressive tri-lane. It's a potentially good one. Once again, with the Enchantress, with the Tusk, like they have so much damage coming out from that lane, and they could also put the Timber Saw like in a lot of different lanes. Like, he just does not want to play into Batrider, that's all.
No, absolutely. And I like this so far because they are expecting, obviously, Leostar to take the Bat mid. They've given the tangos over to Matu. They're going to try and put the Abaddon mid against the Bat. as he's fully prepared with the one straight up completed. We're going to see Thunder Predator try for a first blood here. They'll start heading up into the high ground of Secret. Won't quite be able to get the jump, and now with the tag team, Yapso ready to turn. They're over the moves, and Secret, they'll be the ones to claim first blood for Zai. So it's very scary trying to fight.
Thunder Predator, they knew someone was up the hill on the high ground because the smoke broke on the Earth Spirit, and yeah, he pays with his life. It's kind of hard to fight into Tusk. Like Tusk with the tag team, it's just so much damage, 3-4 heroes hitting you.
Unless, yeah, like Leo style, I think they're already going to swap things up. They're going to put Minos over towards different lane. And Leo style, he doesn't want to play into this mid lane. It's going to be pretty much impossible for him to you know, shut down Matu. Matu with the full wand and as an Abaddon with the Aphotic Shield, you can't play the bat for that matchup. You want to try and get him somewhere where he's going to be able to have the potential to threaten the enemy core. So they'll put him down bottom, which will put him in that Zai matchup. We'll see if Secret respond to this and switch things around.
They have the tools. Yeah. You know, they have heroes to swap things around. Batrider with the shared tangos on the bottom lane. Needs to bring some extra regen. He has a bottle, but definitely needs to bring some extra. Abaddon on the mid lane doesn't care too much about the lifesteal. We're gonna see like the trade, but I feel Abaddon, I don't remember seeing this matchup mid for a reason because it almost never happens, but I feel Abaddon should have a bit of a, you know, easier time. That Curse of Avernus, extra slow, extra attack speed, and then the silence on the lifesteal. You just don't have a long lane enough to be able to, you know, utilize the Abaddon. And now they're swapping things around already. Zai walking to the mid. This is a free lane for Zai. Abaddon goes to the bottom. Free lane for Abaddon.
They really want to get the Abaddon against this bat, Leo style. Of course, it's going to be walking back over towards the mid. We are definitely going to see some musical lanes continue here. Both teams fight to get the matchups that they want.
Remember, this is a position 5 Tidehunter because he had way too many like counters, potentially that Timbersaw plays 1 versus 1 against him, then he gets just completely dumpstered by the Timber. They keep swapping. I think this favors Team Secret a bit more. They still have Nisha on the top lane, free farming on this Mars. Like, the biggest winner is MJZ on the Tidehunter.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I do not want to move.
Nah, he's just going to take this.
He's like, yeah, I'll take the XP, I'll take some CS.
Leo style. He's going to find Yapso here in the jungle. Yapso trying to do his best to just sort of waste further time of Leo style. As Leo style's trying to get in between these lanes.
Are you okay in the old chat? And that's a good voice line. How's mid doing? What a time to be alive. You know, we waited more than a year for a Dota LAN, and then we get Abaddon versus Lifestealer mid. What?
What? What indeed? Again, we are indeed Matu. He's following that bat. He's not letting Leo have the lane that Leo wants. And Leo, as soon as that Matu turns back down on the bottom lane, he's already making his way back over the mid. I don't know when we're going to see these musical lanes come to an end.
They need to stop eventually. Like Matumba Man, he's not CSing, he's using only the M key, move to the certain hero, just follow that Batrider pretty much. And now they're swapping again.
Oh, Leo back over the mid. See how long it takes for Matu to move back over it. Or if Matu will finally concede to the movements of Leo style. No, he's going there. He's going there. He's not going to let Leo win this one. Matu is not leaving the battle alone.
Maybe there are some rules that we like didn't read before it. Like if you swap the lanes first 10 times, like you just win.
Well, like one of those sort of obscure chess moves.
First
you know,
you would just, you know.
The game is over.
Game's over.
Matu's mid, and Leo, he's arm out, back to bottom he goes. Down bottom, they have got the catch onto MJZ. See if Zai Yapso have the damage.
Looks dead to me.
One more Whirling Death, and Zai will be able to finish off the job. Same time up top moves, Nisha and Puppy have found him. Kills on both of the side lanes for Secret.
I feel Thunder Predator just overcomplicated things for themselves.
And here we go again.
With the draft. Yeah, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Eventually, you have to stop MNZ.
And here we go again. Leo's out. Back over the mid. He doesn't want to be near Matu.
What if you lose movement speed if you like move too much? Because the hero is going to get tired.
I mean, it's Matty's going back over there. This literally is never going to stop. This is going to be never ending.
I remember one game when Eternal Envy played, they kept swapping for like 10 minutes. Like he just wanted to have a better matchup for him. Of course, in the end, they lost the game, but didn't matter. It was fun to watch. Puppy getting caught in the top lane.
We'll be able to catch him. Going a bit deep. Try to come around the creep wave. And maybe it's come to an end now. Back to the life stealer against the Abaddon. See if Matu and Zai do make the moves. It's Leo Style, MJZ, Thunder Predator. They're finally, 5 minutes in, got the lane that they wanted. Is it gonna stay like this, or are we gonna see Secret swap again?
I think it's time to stop.
When it's time to stop, it's time to stop.
Zai 6-7 sticking up palm charges, needs to be careful. Now I want to go in Leo style. Doesn't have too much region. Does not have mana for Firefly.
And rolling 10 stacks.
I told you he's losing the move speed. Like he's moving at the 200 move speed because he went to the mid and back multiple times. Tries to use a hook. Misses.
Oh, Centaur helping out there with the 3-man stun. All right, the neutrals. A bit of a helping hand there for Thunder Predator. Zai is going to go for the TP out, but Moose is actually able to get in and stop it. So now Zai dead and without a TP to return to a lane.
They're still not done. Matu, once again, back to the bottom lane. He also has 3 points in Curse of Avernus.
We'll see mid.
Low.
Frank coming in with the setup onto Yapzor. Minos not quite able to close the gap and start getting that slow going. Putting pressure on the tier 1 mid. TP over from Martino's going to take a long time here, Benicia. Frank trying to pop the sprout to hold them back. Attempting to get out of this, but Yapzor be able to trap him off with the shards. Kill off Frank.
So far, the highlight of this game for me was that Centaur triple stunning Team Secret, I gotta say. Because people are just swapping things around. A lot of pressure on the tier 1 tower in the mid. They have a catapult, Leo Cell with the double damage. Arena drop.
Oh, he's caught point for the Nisha. That moves rolling for the side. They get over towards Leo Star, kick him out, trying to protect him. Leo Star. Firefly going. They do get a very early tier 1 mid with all the movements around.
They get it, but it gets denied. So, you know, it still opens up the map. But you don't get the gold for it. Matu still on the bottom lane. Tidehunter, high level. You know, I've been talking about how he's the biggest winner, level 5, 7 minutes in as a position 5. Not too bad.
Yeah, kind of hard for them to go on. Tanky already, MJZ. 3 points of Anchor Smash, of course, always going to be very nice against a lineup with 4 melee heroes. Side of the burst. Some shot of surviving. The top lane really in the lane that we haven't really looked too much because only the most stat. Frank's been up it. Farming away, nice and safe. He's level 6. He'll have that move ready with the Nature's Wrath. Sees an opportunity. Leo Style going to start working on his bots in the mid lane. With the tier 1 taken down from Secret's half, he's going to feel very secure doing this. There's not going to be really any chance of Secret catching him by surprise.
I think we're done with swapping, and now we can start playing some Dota.
Yeah.
Like, it's been done. Everyone had their own fun. Now let's see what happens. Tidehunter, not level 6 yet. Zai has Arena. Couldn't cut down those trees easily.
There's the setup. Going in onto MJZ. Can they burst it? Mass TP's coming in. They can't. They've got to back off now. Secret as moves. Comes in with a counterplay. Starting things off with the slow onto Nisha. The shield's out from Matu. Nisha is going to be able to run. Leo Star can't quite close in on this. Of course, not quite having that level 6 yet on the bat. Just a creep away from it.
Smoke. They still need at level 6. Zai playing very aggressive on the top lane, trying to zone out the Frank. Last time Frank played Nature's Prophet, he was the tank with that mech Pipe Crimson Guard type of a build. This time around going for more of a damage oriented, which I really like. You know, the silence, a lot of value, especially against the Abaddon and Tusk on top of that. Not a big fan of Life Stealer going for the battle tree, I gotta say.
Zai looks for a TP out, moves and Leo Style. I'll quickly cancel that, turn and run him down, they'll be able to get the kill. Zai falls. We did see this Battle Fury Lifestealer before.
He played it against PSG LGD, and they won that game. It was a game that didn't really matter, but still, I feel Battle Fury, you know, is not the best choice. If you get something like an armlet, Team Secret doesn't have any kind of burst damage, so you can always pretty much armlet toggle. And you're playing into full melee heroes. With the Lifestealer.
Yeah, it can work. Top lane. So Frank can get his way out of this. The arena's dropped down moves. He's going to roll in. Look at the connection on Tanisha. Frank getting low. He's not going to be able to escape this. The arena trapping him, taking him out. Moves. He'll TP away though. Knows there's no further TP cancel between the two of Secret. From the bottom side, looking towards MJZ. Look, MMC coming over. Ravage at the ready if they want to pop it. Silence out on MJZ. Minos looking towards Matsu. The borrowed time's out. Matsu able to commit, take out the Tide.
That was such nicely done by YAWER. He pre-cast the Snowball in case Tidehunter wants to use the Ravage, and then he can save the Matumba man. They get out and still gonna get the kill, but Tidehunter realized, you know, I'm not gonna get too much out of this anyway, especially if he dodges, it's gonna be a waste. I'll just keep it.
So Matu's build again, second time today, going for the Midas. So that excellent item on the Abandon to accelerate the levels. Of course, you benefit from that attack speed with the passive. And of course, he sees Minos going for the Battle Fury. He knows this is going to be a bit of a farm game, so he's got to have his own sort of item to allow him to scale up as well.
Lifestealer's playing into 4 melee heroes. He's also having 3 points in Gold Frenzy, just for some extra slow, which I really like. Like you can see Abaddon right now, he can't really trade. You talked about that hand of Midas. Other teams are probably going to be, well, man, Team Secret, they're doing it. They're buying hand of Midas, so they're going to start a trend.
No, absolutely. Every team's carry is going to be like, guys, I want to buy Midas. If Matsu's doing it, I'm going to do it, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more.
I'm more worried about people in the pocket.
People in the pocket. Frank with the backup. Moose comes in. MJZ with a lovely 4-man Ravage. The Magnetize going out as well from Moose. Quite a fair bit of damage coming out to Secret. Yamcha and Zai both getting low. Leo style on top of the two of them with the Firefly. He'll get the double kill. Frank Nisha with the flame break. The chase up forward. Get the grab on Tanisha. He can't. Dragging back the Mars. They'll be able to set up for a third kill. Minos turning up as well as Nisha. They'll put the one charges. Try and push them back for the God's Repeat, but the slow, the Cool Frenzy, it's too much. You can't run. Thunder Predator. They'll turn that attempt around from Secret as MJZ. Beautiful Ravage. And the backup, of course, is there. It's Thunder Predator. They'll always be in to back one another up.
Yeah, great Ravage. Nice follow-up from the Earth Spirit. The 4-man Magnetize. A lot of overtime damage. They have no real answers for Lifestealer. Like, they have no abilities that go through Magic Immunity other than Boulder Sponge. And YAWER, you know, he realizes that. Had a great success in the previous game with the kick. I'll get the Aghanim Scepter, you know, deal with the rest. I'm gonna kick Lifestealer out.
See what sort of items Matsu's going to get after this Midas. As you say, definitely not as sort of a clear route to victory for Secret's lineup compared to what they had in game 1, where they had Matsu farming away on the Monkey King. Comes a little bit different. It's a batting carry.
Also a bit limited on the tower damage for Team Secret. Like, they need to play with the catapult, enchanters possibly getting a creep. Timbersaw can tank the damage, but right now they can't just, you know, group around and start hitting on the tower.
I think already someone's been yeah, he's ready to follow the footsteps of Matsu. You see Moose? You like this one on the Earth Spirit?
Oh yeah. Great success from the last game. He's like, you know, they don't have tower damage, what I just talked about. They're gonna be here for a very long time. Yeah. Why don't I just get the Midas?
Just get the Midas.
So if you see someone else going for Midas,
then it's you've been given the all clear. It's like, right, Midas are in play. I'm gonna get my own.
No, but this could also say for Team Secret, you know, they're getting their Midases. What do we do? Like, we're gonna respond with our own.
I see, there may be more to come out. But we're yet to see what Leo queuing up after the box. He might want to go for the green as well.
Let the shark.
Bottom lane, MJZ will be found. Leo style, trying to see if they can get something going on this top lane, but Zai's here with the backup. Bit of a spooky place for Minos to be. Battle Fury is now done on the Lifestealer.
It's a 14-minute Battle Fury with the phase boots. Great timing. Lifestealer, you know, he's gonna get farm. Like, this hero will definitely get the farm. He's going into Yasha, next item. I don't think it's like needed the... I've seen Lifestealer getting the Manta style if he needs to be able to take...
Yeah.
If he gets hit 4 times, which is, you know, pretty tough to get.
SMY is just going to be the straight up item for him.
Got it.
And Minos, he is going to farm fast. I mean, of course, one thing nice about the Cool Frenzy, giving you, plus 50 attack speed at the max level. Really speeds up the farm. So, yeah, you benefit massively from the cleave. You see him very quickly ripping through the Ancients. Just a bit of a test ready for a Batu on this carry pattern with the Midas. See if he can keep up with the farmless lifesteal. I think it's going to be hard. He's going for that full sort of the farm build from the Abaddon, the Midas into the Radiance on himself.
That's kind of a build you need to go for on Abaddon to be able to scale. Abaddon talents are really good top lane. Like 65 damage on level 15, CDR or armor if you want to go on level 20. Lasso,
big deep dive in for Leo. He just goes right under the tower to grab Puppey.
I bring sad.
They get the kill before Zai can do anything about that. TP over not coming in time from the rest of Secret. It's Nisha, still 600 away from the Yules. So finding a setup onto Minos, I mean, even then, when it is done, it's going to be hard for them to really set up onto the lifestealer. Most of the time, Minos is going to be able to rage and survive anytime Secret go on it.
It's such a good lifestealer game. Yeah. They don't have the real answer for him. Only the kick, the punch. But YapzOr still deciding, maybe I need a Blink Dagger when they decide to go in. I need to be the saving tool. It's not easy to farm with the Tusk. They're going in on Frank.
He's got the Sprout. YapzOr, he'll cut his way in. Backups in from moves. Frank still alive. He's getting Frank over to the side. Matu and YapzOr can't finish up the kill. Now the charge comes in for Thunder Predator. Yo, Star moving in with moves. They get the connection once again onto YapzOr. Matu trying to protect him with the Aphotic Shield. Should be enough sustain. Matu.
Moves is like, you were kicking our players last time. I'll show you how to kick my own teammates. Saves Frank there. Nicely done. Matu.
Has got the borrowed time. They can force it out of him. MJZ does have Ravage ready to go if any sort of fight gets brought down here. Of course, still having the outpost as well, Thunder Predators, so they can bring back up in if it kicks off. But Secret go back away. Matu wanting to get the Radiance done before any sort of fight is forced. And he's only about 400 away from Recipe. 17 minutes in, 7-9. Less than 1k gold in it. Secret with a slight lead. Just quick item timings from him. And obviously, whilst the Radiance will help Matu in terms of farming and fighting the rest of the lineup, it's not going to be an item that the Lifestealer will care too much about at all in the team fights.
With the Rage, you don't care too much about it, true, but the overtime damage from the Abaddon, he's the tanky one, he's the one who stays in the team fight for such a long time. Silence, so he can't pop that ulti.
So they can punish him after. Yeah, they're going to use the lasso as soon as the borrowed time comes out, drag him away from the rest of his teammates, and it's a clean kill there for Thunder Predator. Smart moves as they know any time that the borrowed time's gone off, the O-Star will have no trouble finding the lasso. Under Predator, they're not even done yet. They're looking for YapzOr. Any TP capsule moves, he's in time. Another kill for Thunder Predator as they start to move and get Minos involved.
Even though in terms of network, it's pretty even, I'll say that Thunder Predator is in full control of this game. Like, Mars as a hero doesn't really, you know, scale that much. They're catching Leo style, okay.
Ravage is out. It's got the 3 of them, and Minos, he's ready to go to work straight over towards Nisha. Nisha's got to run. It's over the Yules to hold back Minos' side. And Sprout quickly cuts out with Whirling Death, looking over towards Moose. Moose on the mana. Have Matu coming back into the game, heading over. Minos has got to be careful now. He's raging, and he's running away. Moose, another rollout will separate him from Secret. In fact, he's even made it over towards the safety of his own high ground. Nice move from Moose will keep him out of any sort of harm's way. Secret won't be able to find him.
MJZ scouting things out as a Tide Hunter. He also has a Blink Dagger, which was just shown as a position 5. Like, it's still a good timing. YAWER still very far away from his Blink Dagger. Radiant's done on a Baton. Seems like they want to go in and get the Roche kill. Tag team.
Okay, no Ravage.
Curse of Avernus. They know there's no Ravage, there's no Lasso, so they're going to use this opportunity.
And they don't do it super quick. I guess the Curse obviously does help. But there should be maybe a bit of a window of opportunity for Thunder Predator to at least try and slow Secret down here. It's MJZ. He'll show his face first. Trying to burst the Tide. They are bringing him down as the Arena's going to get dropped. Spear on command. Won't catch Neostar. You have to snowball over towards Neostar. To punch him up, they take down the bat. Minos is going to look towards Puppey first. Puppey is getting ticked down by the Magnetites, but the healing attendants will keep him up. They've lost 3. Minos and Moose having to bail as Moose is caught out too. Secret will take down the 4 of them. Thunder Predator try and step forward for the fight. Zai and Nisha just able to have the control and the damage there between the 2 of them with the Arena and the burst, the Timber Saw. Thunder Predator couldn't quite fight into that.
I'm surprised they decided to take that fight. They have no Ravage, no Lasso. You know, fighting into a Baton with the Radiance, so you can't do what you did to a Baton last time around. Lasso after the ult, the way you approach, like Team Secret was ready. They placed the Sentry Ward, they placed an Observer Ward in the river to see the approach coming out from the Thunder Predator, and it worked out. They have Aegis on a Baton, going into Manta style. This is the same type of build I've seen from K1, aka Hector, from the Beast Coast. He's the one who played a couple of times the Baton carry in the South America region.
And we're seeing again here that whole fight. I mean, it really was, as you say, Matsu just getting a lot of damage done throughout the duration of it all and pretty much entirely staying within the range of that burn. Now Secret up to the bit more of a lead, 2k up. Aegis on Matsu. Now a very, very tricky target to go for.
Lifestealer's annoying, but with only 2 items, he really doesn't deal that much damage. You know, once he's 3-4 slotted, you're gonna feel a different Lifestealer. Team Secret smoke. Does not have a BKB yet, so this should be a kill.
He's gonna try for the TP out, but YAWER, he's in. Snowball over, finishes him off. Matsu already starting to push back the rest of them. There's complete space for Secret to take another tower. Looking to get a lot done with Aegis. Put at the side, Leo style. Drag back Nisha. She's going to come in with a self-fuel, try and buy himself some time. But Minos is on top of them with the help of MJZ. They'll bring down Nisha. The Arena's out. We'll hold them in there momentarily. Secret, they don't want to try and get in on this though. Underneath the tier 2 and without their Mars, they'll back off.
Nisha used the Arena because it will be back pretty much online when he respawns, but try to set something up if the team wants to take that fight. Lotus Orb, that's going to be a great value against Earthgrid Silences, Batrider, and also Silence from the Nature's Prophet. Frank, he definitely needs that BKB. They also need to talk about who's going, which items. I see both Nature's Prophet and Lifestealer having AC queued up.
Game's now really going to begin for Moose. Finally has that Midas done.
Already committed with the Hyperstone, so Frank will need to think of something else.
See if they're going to be able to get any sort of dives onto Frank. Yeah, Frank's not messing around. He's elsewhere. Minos, Minos can pretty much farm wherever he wants. So has to be a bit aware of the interruptions that can be provided by YAWER. In terms of killing and catching, it doesn't necessarily have to rely on the TP, it's just so incredibly speedy between the phase boots, the rage, and the buff of the S and Y.
This is the only spell he pretty much needs to care about. Yeah. But Tumbaman has that level 15 talent. It's a lot of damage. 65 damage. You have this 8. Just now you can feel more comfortable just going in and hitting that tower. You have a lot of attack speed. Going into Manta style, you can get rid of some sticky napalm charges. You have a Photic Shield. It's not so much about, you know, being able to remove the silences, even though it's a great benefit, especially against the Nature Prophet, which can still pop the ulti whenever you feel like you need to pop it, instead of just waiting for summons to end. But it's also about the farm, like Radiance, Manta style, and Matubaman is hitting the high ground.
Got to do something about this. Minute and 20 seconds left on the Aegis. There's some TP from MJZ here, and right underneath the nose of Matubaman, and he's dead.
Buyback is available. He might need to pop it and try to take a
might
fight.
need to. That deep in under the tower, yeah, Secret, they had no hesitation to just step up and kill him off as soon as he appeared.
25 minutes in, Team Secret beating the Barracks.
Minos going for a bit of the split push. Tier 3 tower actually
almost done.
Yeah, nearly done here by Minos alone. Secret starting to back off. They've sent back the one of them. YapzOr to try and defend, and it's worked. Minos,
my sprites are with us.
Heading over back in the creep, retreating.
Team Secret just moving as a unit, together, holding hands, a bat and ready to use a shield if something happens. They need to be careful about those split pushes. YapzOr, kind of one that needs to TP, possibly like stop the TP rotation from the Lifestealer, and they can still take a 4 versus 4 fight.
Split push is going to get much more deadly once the AC's done. That was very, very close to its completion.
Lifestealer is massive, but they're right now not fighting with him. Could still be a bit problematic.
Puppy.
Lasso.
He's trying to lead the charge before anything happens. Ravage comes out from MJZ. He's caught the two of them. Turnover on Nisha, but Nisha's got the BKB good to go. Looks for the counter to set him onto Leo Style. He's got it. Arena straight to the spear. Pinning Leo Style to the wall. He goes down. Frank's going for the BKB. TP out. He'll make it away. YapzOr quite able to get in range in time.
Close. It looked like a good Ravage. Only managed to kill Puppy after that. So not really worth it. Puppy.
So yeah, Moose going to take a little bit of time before he makes his goal back on this one. Maybe they can draw the game out as late as it looks like they intend to plan with these sort of item pickups on the support. All in all, a much closer game than game one. Both the numbers and the potential of both teams' lineups as things go on.
They're respecting this damage coming out from the Lifestealer, a potential flame break, even Lasso when they're sieging the high ground. Batrider also found Faded Brooch and has a lens, a lot of movement speed, the cast range going into BKB, which I really like. They have no abilities, once again, other than that Walrus Punch. Leo style. Someone, please help me.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It's going to be alright. I mean, again, Minos has done excellently at just finding this constant sort of side of the map where Secret never is. As this farm continues to flow in at an incredible rate, well on the way towards the match.
Finds the Paladin Sword, the Dream on the Lifestealer.
Look at Dire's bottom tower.
Absolutely, yeah, this is
He's gonna go for that tier 3 tower. Try to push it, maybe, you know, say, try to stop Tusk's TP, because Tusk should be the one TPing first and being able to, you know, go for the Lifestealer. Shard does not connect.
And they brought 4 TPs back for this Secret, so Minos just doing an excellent job at forcing Secret's hands and making sure that Secret, despite having the slight lead, they're having to play the game that Thunder Predator's forcing them to.
This lane ward on the bottom, scouting things out, like they know Lifestealer will be trying to do the same thing and they can be ready. They can TP to tier 2 tower on the mid, possibly backstab because they have good vision, but they need the Tusk. He's also going for that Aghanim Scepter once again, which I really like. Understands the threat is coming from the Lifestealer. He will be the one dealing the damage. We need to get rid of it. Like, we don't have enough to kill him, but we can kill the rest, just kite the Lifestealer.
On the side, Leo Star. And he's got to put the BKB, but Matthew's able to find the Bash Yamso jumps over. Leo Style, he needs help and he needs it now. The heal comes out from Minos as he jumps in, jumps out. Keeps Leo Style fine to move on. Minos, he's on the run, over in the river. They'll trap over two of them. Matu getting low, but he pots the Manta. The BKB's out from Frank, but the bash is deep from Matu, leaving no opportunity to Frank to escape. As Frank goes down, Nisha on the side catches both the two of them, Leo Style and MJZ inside the arena. There's the found move.
That's a 4-man. I'm gonna call it a team wipe, but the Team Secret playing so
close.
aggressively, you know, not allowing Tidehunter, great spell usage, not allowing him to use the Ravage. Well, Lifestealer, at one point, he's gonna need to take a fight. Right now, just creep skipping, using the Rage. Roshan will respawn in 40 seconds. Matumba Man is just a beast on this Abaddon right now.
We're seeing this fight. These BKBs, they just don't do anything at all when Matu's in, pummeling away, getting the bashes off. Minos, excellent little attempt there to try and keep Leo Style safe. But the way that Secret split the fight up too. Thunder Predator, they feel like they get a bit of a second win, can go back in on this, but Matu, he's dealing with Frank, and then Nisha just wrapping around from the mid, catches both the Bat and the Tide.
A bit late for Ravage. You know, even if he pops it there is no follow-up, so it's just better to save it. Roche will respawn right now. Team Secret, they're already there.
They've got the combo. They've obviously got the Ravage after not using it in that last fight. Maybe they can try and do something against Secret.
Bashes on the Lifestealer. Yeah, you can feel the power of the Lifestealer. They're still respecting it. Once Minos start putting in some right clicks, they need to be careful. This AC deals a ton of damage, especially with the Battle Fury. Also has a Basher. Silence, plus a bash.
Oh, he needs help, Minos. He's going to get the chance to put the rage. Big damage coming in from side, though, as he cuts across. Just destroys the Earth Spirit. And now with the shots into the spear, they've managed to catch out Minos.
That was such a nice execution there. Like Lifestealer, he's like, I can man up against Abaddon, but for those 4 hits, he gets silent. Doesn't have anything to dispel it with. What is so much damage? No need to Ravage once again. It feels like it's getting out of control. Like Batrider, I am not seeing making any aggressive moves. Frank, ooh, so close.
That's really starting to ramp up now. 25 to 11, 10k lead for Secret. It's Matu full Abyssal Blade. Seeing it prove incredibly difficult for Thunder Predator to make any sort of moves onto this carry Abaddon. As this last pick looking pretty perfect for Secret with the way that Matu's been able to play it out.
Thunder Predator took that like one good fight, then kind of threw the game away when they decided to go inside a bit. They lost 4. This is a free Roshan for Team Secret. The damage just high with the tag team, that Curse of Avernus. Now you said it, full Abyssal Blade. He can be the one controlling the Lifestealer. He doesn't care too much, has Manta style, so even if they get a good jump, he can still pop the ulti and shield the other guy. Kind of be the saving tool and the damage. Just love this Abaddon last pick.
We've sort of seen as well with the way that the game's played, and Minos, he's had to go for sort of the split push because there's just never really been a timing in sort of the last 10 minutes where he can feel strong against the carry Abaddon. Matu's always going to have the upper hand against him. Minos chewing up the Divine Rapier. It's needed. They need something big this game to have a chance of turning it. Secret, they're just getting too far ahead right now. They've got to go for something crazy.
That's big. That's how they come back into this game.
Yeah.
You know, he just started working on it, so it's gonna take like at least 3+ minutes to finish it. Team Secret will be ready to go in, maybe get the first set of barracks.
All the couch moves in the trees.
Getting caught again.
Honestly though, these sort of deaths, this is kind of what you need if you want to buy time for Minos to get the Rapier. They've got to sort of just throw heroes out one by one, maybe try and distract Secret from hurrying things up and approaching the high ground. They've got to buy time for Minos to get the Rapier,
That's
otherwise they're not going to stand
do.
chance at all.
MJZ cutting the creep wave, has a Blink Dagger and the Force Staff. Puppey setting a vision.
Radiant's
They
bottom
also
barracks
have
are under attack.
Matu inside their base. They need to be careful. Sprout around the barracks. Not sure why that's still a thing.
Right, are they on to Frank? Bashes are there, Frank's gone. Just diving in, and now they'll have the chance to go for the Rex here, Secret. Minos Gonna try and force some of the back. Zai and Puppey, they are here to try and deal with the two of them. Minos is trying to get on top of the target, but can't get on top of Zai. Zai just continues to push back MJZ.
Nisha and the Manta, they're not stopping. They're about to keep going.
They've got the back of the Moose. They might have a chance of killing off Zai here. Zai's popped the loader sword. Minos trying to stay on target, but Zai's away. Zips out, Timber chain.
They're killing your base. You need to do something about it.
Puppey, he's just being the distraction right now. Keeping the three of them prioritized up on the top. They do kill Puppey. As you say that, the bottom lane's gone. Matu and Nisha, they've taken the mid-tier 3. Zai just creating pure space right now. As Thunder Predator, they're still going for it. You know, they've committed. They want to get him, but it's a lot of time, a lot of space.
Creating space, creating universe. Like they got the melee barracks on the mid lane. Like Thunder Predator making a huge mistake, chasing there, only getting like even if they get a kill on Timber, so it doesn't matter. Like they can still rotate with the Abaddon. He's dropping fairly low, but has that Aegis.
Won't quite be able to get him. MJZ is trying to take the walk back down the mid lane. Got the vision of the ward out. Nisha sees him coming. The setup's there and MJZ's dead. Minos, he's still trying to push on this top lane. This time Secret, they're bringing in a lot to deal with him. Minos, he's got to get out of here completely and immediately before Yapsel's able to close in, and he will. Heads out. Smartly done. The whole 5-mana Secret was heading his way.
Yeah, this game just feels it got out of control so quickly. They decide to go for a hero kill. Like even Earth Spirit, instead of going and try to defend the base, he TPs to an outpost, joins a fight while the rest of the team, you know, they had 2 heroes in the base. Finally, AC done. I don't think they have.
How do they kill it?
I don't think they have anything against him right now. Still, minute and 15 seconds left on Aegis.
Oh,
Lakes it. Straight up deleted.
Gotta be careful how close you get to Matu. You get him range of that Abyssal like Leo Star did just there, and you are gone.
Radiant's middle barracks is full.
Leo Star does have buyback. Secret. Now looking to claim that third final set of barracks here. It's done the push up top. There's the buyback from Leo Star. Are they going to be able to stop themselves from being megaed? Minos wrapping out from the back. Matu's just moving in onto Frank. Moves. Okay, Matu in a bit deeper. Nisha, Puppey coming in with a push. Minos, he's looking towards Puppey on the back. Let's move. Will be able to get over to him. They're trying to take him down. Ravage from MJZ. Catching all 3 of them. And also Puppey at the back. Puppey falls. Can they get anything else? Minos, who's his next target going to be? He's going to head towards Nisha, but they're blocked. MJZ with the buyback. So all over towards Moose. Moose able to roll away in time. Minos, he needs help. He's got the range.
They also lost all the barracks, so they're gonna play against the Mega Creep.
Leo Style.
Nisha jumping in.
He brought back for this. Leo Style's got to run.
Arena ready, BKB. There's no way he's getting out of this one.
Now Yapsol's in. That'll be Leo Style dead for 90. Over towards the mid, Minos and MJZ. They're trying to deal with Matuma Man. It's almost impossible. The Aegis will time out, but he still has the borrowed time.
One-man army with the flamethrowers in and around.
And keeps over to the side. Minos is still caught though. Nisha's in, catches him in the arena. Minos is down. He's got a buyback, and he's going to need to use it if they want to try for another fight. But of course, that's going to make the Divine Rapier nothing more than a dream with the amount of gold he's going to have to spend to get back in.
Mega Creeps are approaching the base. Abaddon hitting on the tower. Nisha with the Aghanim Scepter. I love that. It feels like this spell does not belong in Dota, but it does. It's there.
Oh, he's going to be able to kick Frank outside of the fountain. Comes in, kicks him out. Minos trying to step over towards him, but Frank getting bashed up by the Supermass. They take him down. Matu trying to go over towards Minos. Moves, comes over with the roll. They'll kick Minos back into the fountain. Yep, still having a bit of fun here as Moose gets left outside. GG is called. Secret will take game 2. The series, it's there.
Team Secret, you know, just a bit too strong for Thunder Predator here. You know, they are the final boss that everyone is afraid to face, and they show.
perfect against Thunder Predators.
Thunder Predator, they played, I would say, like simple